Hello! Hello, everyone.
Whoa!
Sorry, we are running a little bit late. We had just some technical questions we had to work out and get stuff going in the background, but we are here and we are playing. It is Stormy Dragon Tavern. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition with a few minor house rules thrown in there, and it is a custom campaign which is called The Trials of the Xel'nari. Our players before you are members of the Xel'nari, an elite task force that are tasked with protecting the peace in the lands, trying to stop wars from cropping up wherever they are, and border disputes and any other major catastrophes from happening. The players are low-ranking initiates who have been brought in recently, but have managed to definitely get themselves in the deep end several times already. They are currently in Tanzanite, which is the largest city in the lands of Efindra, the world that we play within. And they are finding out about a creature that they have already worked out what it is out of game, but in game they haven't worked out exactly what it is, except they were just told at the end of last session the name of the creature, which is a false hydra. What they do with this information, we'll find out. All they know currently is there are multiple heads sticking out of the ground, eating people, and no one seems to know about it. And they can only see it when they're deafened. And that doesn't make much sense to them.
My
They also
initiative.
know that it has some connection to the underground mines underneath the city, but they don't know exactly what's going on. So we'll kick it right off with you finding out the name of the false hydra.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Is there a way for me to modify my initiative? It's alright, I can do it as a
I
custom skill.
was going to say you can add a custom piece of equipment that adds +2 to it as well. That'll also do it.
Potential. I'll look into this.
Doesn't seem you can though.
Mira, the mage who we were talking to about
Yes.
this. With the name, would you be able to cast Legend Lore?
Yes, I believe it should be successful now knowing the name and at least a fairly decent description of the creature. I can, of course, attempt this.
How often have you cast this spell, and does it normally conjure with it images?
No, it conjures images, but more into my mind. I can relay what images I see, but the knowledge is passed on to me as if I had read it in a book, but instantaneously.
We see. Well, then that should be fine. You shouldn't fall victim to its effect.
All right. Let us bring it up. It's been so long that I haven't had to actually have that character sheet open for it for so long.
You have character sheets for NPCs? That's too much effort.
Certain ones.
My character sheet is so janky. I need to fix this with Ash at some point. Jesus Christ.
So, for those who are curious, Legend Lore brings to mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Isn't it a sorry? Isn't it a very pricey spell?
It costs.
Yeah, incense worth at least 250 gold pieces,
That's
which
a
are consumed
good point.
on use, and 4 ivory strips worth at least 50 gold pieces.
But they don't get consumed. I don't believe.
No.
But it's also not our money.
In this particular case, no, it is not.
If anyone upstairs complains, we're going to have words.
Well, she is the one upstairs in this place, so
Yeah.
she's not going to be complaining. She is the one who is deemed worthy of using Xel'nari resources to cast the spell. Spell does take 10 minutes. So it does take some time, in which case she invites you to sit down and rest or discuss amongst yourselves as she casts the spell.
Okay.
Sam has a little brief moment of thought of, if we do manage to destroy this creature and everyone's memories start flooding back, there's going to be wails of terror in the streets, of loved ones lost.
Is that internal monologue, or are you communicating that?
Oh,
with us?
external.
Okay.
That's a very distressing observation.
But, we don't remember previous lost memories when we have current memories that aren't lost.
That's true,
Perhaps-
actually.
Perhaps if the false Hydra is slain, a spell like Remove Curse would become effective once its song was not maintaining its effect, and we could try to pierce the veil that way.
It's just a thought, but it might just be something we might be prepared to deal with.
Also, Kovac, might be good to hold off on the remove curse.
Bless you.
How so?
Let's just say, if a bunch of people have lost loved ones and don't have the memories of it, that might be the best way to deal with their grief. If suddenly hundreds of people emotionally dealing with memories that have just resurfaced, countries have toppled for less.
I will follow your lead on the
And the whole
emotional
emotion thing. Yeah.
emotional side of things, especially on that scale. However, you do me a great deal of credit by believing me capable of removing curses from hundreds at a time.
No, I just think you can whip a bunch of people into shape to get it to be done.
Oh no, yes, that.
Yeah.
Yes, that of course.
Okay, what time of the day is it? So it was late in the day, wasn't it?
At this point, the sun
Was
has
it
gone
night?
down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is probably getting up to around about 10 o'clock actually at night. So it's getting fairly late.
Oh, we were getting reinforcements come in from somewhere, was that right?
Yes,
They should
the
be
Xel'nari.
available by tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. They were that Xel'nari soldiers or something, or are they agents, or did we
You're
have any
not
idea of
100%
what?
sure. All you know is she's told you that Xel'nari reinforcements would be arriving as soon as possible. You do not know the
Okay.
quantity, the quality, just that they are Xel'nari agents. Right.
Nobody
Well.
asks questions, you'll understand in a moment.
Today has been a hell of a day. I think anyone who has nearly died today should get a good night's sleep. So I'll see you in the morning.
Wait, when did we almost... Oh, I made a report to the town guard.
Like, there's several times when we nearly died, but yeah.
Oh, wait, Sam's wearing the headphones and is just kind of like... Still does state that information, though. So if you're talking directly into her head, then...
Before she casts the spell, she stops for a moment and heads over to her desk. Produces a candle and ignites her finger with a prestidigitation spell and melts a bit of the candle, creating 2 little beeswax earplugs. And she turns to you. I believe you mentioned that it's making a sound that we are not able to perceive, but by being deafened, we are able to retain our memories of this creature?
Yes.
I believe it makes it visible to us once again. I do not know if we actually regain our memories upon being deafened, because unfortunately we forget.
Well, as that is the case, it would be a waste to cast such a spell, only to forget it immediately.
Sorry, I'm playing
Uh,
with
Her knees
chat.
are her knees are happy to see chat, because chat can see her knees.
I'm so sorry. I'm
Um,
sorry. I wasn't trying to interrupt the session. Just I was goofing with
But you're
chat.
not sorry. You apologise because you're gonna do it again, and you sorry if you're not gonna do it again.
Exactly. If you were sorry, you wouldn't be doing it again.
I mean,
Sorry for the outcome, not for the cause.
what's great is they're little frogs too.
That's cute.
Okay, let's continue.
yes. It would be a waste to cast a spell only to immediately forget any knowledge that is gleaned by it.
So, cast the spell, record the knowledge, and then take out the plugs?
Yes, hopefully this is helpful to us.
Very astute.
And so she begins the ritual of the spell. After 10 minutes, you can see almost a flicker into her eyes for a few seconds as the information is passed on to herself. And she quickly begins scrolling notes down. After about a minute or so, she looks over to your nods and then takes out the earplugs. Oh. I think the spell was successful. As expected, I do not recall any information that I gleaned from it, but hopefully I've
So-
recorded enough.
Interesting. Very interesting. May we see?
She turns the paperwork around to you, and you find it oddly hard to read. It's almost like you read a line and then go, wait a second, what was that? And look back over the line again. But this keeps happening. You're unable to retain the information.
I'm gonna slide it over to Oddie. Or to Sam.
Samu is still deafened in her own world.
In your head, you just said, you know, you could just ask Mug to tell me things, right?
Mug gone bed.
Mag was done with shit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pick it up and like read.
Have a read.
Oh,
It reads.
hold on. Xantix quickly just goes and grabs that like sheet off Kovac that she was writing on, just right quickly, and holds up to Sam. Just goes, read it aloud.
Sam will first try and read it so they make sense of it,
Mhm.
and then we'll try and read it out loud.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
The words themselves, as is the fact with legend lore, it is not specific. It doesn't tell you exactly. It kind of gives you a roundabout answer to the information that you are seeking. And it says that the false Hydra is an abomination, a being made of pure evil, crafted, not one of natural origins. It is the all-consumer. It must devour. And as it does, it expands and it grows. It sings a song that none can hear, but all are witness to. And as long as it sings, knowledge is lost. It will consume until nothing is left. And that's That's the vague information that is given there.
Do any of them remember this information after I've spoken it?
No. So
Why?
you speak it, and they kind of it's that like you heard it, but you didn't quite hear it, so you ask what, and then you don't quite hear it again, so you ask what again. It's like that. They're just not
Like, yes,
perceiving it.
You've all got ADHD. Yeah. What's new? But I can tell that there's something odd because obviously I'm still deaf
Yes.
and I'm
And
remembering.
you were able to read this perfectly fine and retain this information perfectly fine.
Okay.
I'm going to write down on the same piece of paper, paraphrase?
Is crafted, not natural. I'm trying to make no reference to the actual creature itself. I'm
Yeah.
being like, okay, the very base bit is not natural, is crafted. I don't personally remember what else was written on there. I'm sorry.
I wrote
those were
down.
the very two important bits.
I will send you my notes.
The basic concept of it is, as long as you can hear its song, which you can't actually perceivably hear, because it's kind of like a dog whistle. It's not on our octave. We can't hear it. But as long as you can hear the song, you are unable to perceive information of this creature. Its knowledge is lost to you. It just blanks it out.
Yeah. The paraphrase will probably be not natural, crafted, deafened, or forget everything.
Okay. You are able to understand and retain this information.
And I've got the feeling that if I try and elaborate any further, there's a chance that, like, as soon as I make any reference, like a song maybe, or any further bits, it's gonna be a little bit more awkward. It's like
any
once
mention
they're
of song
deafened-
is, they just kind of look at you blankly.
I will test the water with that, and I will actually, after I said those small bits, I will then go song. Although I said the word songs, that way I did nothing. How they responded to song.
I suppose song would be okay.
Okay.
It's a very hard one to DM for this as well.
I know. I'm sorry.
This works. No, it's all good.
Push your
It makes it
limits a
interesting.
little. Because if they seem to recognize song, I'll be like, okay. Makes a song.
No.
What?
Got it. Don't worry. Once you're deafened, we'll talk about this again. Yeah. We won't find any written information about this creature. Oh, it's going to be garbled.
Yep.
This is
as long as you are within the range of its song.
Well,
that's true. That wasn't on the notes, so I don't know that. But it's one of those things, like, heavy chance we might not find any written information due to how it seems to affect us, you. Yeah, the longer, it's one of those things that the longer this has been going on with Sam wearing the things, the more scared Sam is to take them off. Because there's going to be a lot that Sam is going to forget. Like, at this rate, almost half a day is going to be lost to Sam's memory. In
Not
theory.
lost,
In theory.
replaced.
Yeah. But it's just like, and Sam feels smarter than Kovac in this moment. I have more information than you do. That's a slight superiority thing. Very slight, but it's like, that's not the point of this. That's not the point. Come on, girl, get it
Fixed.
together. Get it together. Come on, girl. Smack, smack, smack. And Kovac just sees Sam just smacking her face for no reason. Yeah.
We will
Neat.
need to ask Santix to make us more earmuffs, I believe.
I don't know what you said, but we really need to get Xantex to make more of these earmuffs. They're really useful.
Classic.
We did go and get some from the Xel'nari
Yes.
requisitions place, so we have them. We just need Xantix to expend all 5 uses of that ability to.
Yeah, which means we'll get nothing else, I think. No,
Yeah,
we
but
can still get other things.
us being able to see this thing is a pretty big boon for a
Oh,
like first level artificer ability. It's pretty nifty.
Indeed.
I think
Pardon
I've
feels
fixed
like-
my character sheet, by the way. Sort of.
Excellent.
It's janky, but I think it's doing the thing.
So, Santix, how feasible is it for you to infuse all 5 sets of earmuffs with the deafening feature?
Simple. That's something I can easily do. I already have the headphones. I was going to do it in the morning before we left out.
Excellent. I just wanted to make sure that you hadn't pre-allocated that ability onto other more important functions.
Well, we will lose the image of this creature for me to do this, but I think it's worth the loss.
I agree. Do we, as a group, believe there is any more information we can gain on this tonight? Mug has already retired. Based on this experience with the Legendor spell, it doesn't seem like research is going to be of much use. So I think our best course of action is just rest and ensure we go down to the mines tomorrow well prepared to deal with what we find.
I can do nothing for the reinforcements, however.
We will
that's the big issue.
cross that
Wait.
bridge when they arrive. Perhaps they will have their own solution when we tell them the obstacle they face. I mean, Mira just made a pair of earplugs from wax, and that was sufficient. That perhaps might not hold up to combat, especially if we are being tossed about.
I agree, though. Sleep seems best.
Yes, that's. There was a comment made about us not returning to my father's home. I think, given what we've seen, that would be for the best. Shall we find lodging here in the embassy?
I do have room in my accommodations in the city.
For all of us?
It won't be the most comfortable, but we will all be together at least.
There are lodgings here if you do wish to stay.
Oh yes. Where did Mug walk off to? Did you see him leave the building? He said he was going to bed, but didn't say where he was going to sleep.
I hoped to the barracks, but I did not see which way he left.
Oh dear.
Well, Mug, where did you go to bed?
Well, there was a comfy couch in Xantix's office.
Oh.
The only thing is he's basically have to like double over to fit on it.
its own human-sized couch.
Yes, Mug is not human.
It's
It's
just
a
slightly lower.
medium-sized creature couch. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, technically a Goliath's a medium-sized creature.
So is
Yep.
a centaur.
Ugh.
Let's not get into that.
The stupidest fucking thing. Ugh.
So yeah, Mug probably would have gone to the barracks and just like
Yeah. Yes.
claimed a bed and passed the fuck out.
Then we can join him there.
All right. You get a well-deserved rest.
Ah, long rest.
wait.
I
by
was
time.
actually...
Sam? Yes.
Sam has a thought, because Sam is now all deafened up and stuff. Do we... No, that's going to be hard to state. Sam will go to Kovac and be like, I kind of want to go back to your dad's place, just in case your mother might have written something down about what happened, but every time we've seen it, we don't remember it. Does that make sense?
She's got a
What are you
point.
implying?
Yeah.
For
That's
example,
smart.
the legend, this information here, I put it in front of your face and watch you zone out after a bit. Like, there's stuff you can't remember after you've seen it. I wonder if your mother might have left anything,
We don't
but
know
I don't
how.
know if that's going to be intrusive.
We don't know quite how long that this has been affecting the city. We also know, based on our available information, that my mother is not in the city.
Actually, Kovac, we do not know that.
As far as you're all concerned, except for Sam, because Sam was deafened at the time and received the information, you all think that Kovac's mother has gone in
Yep.
chase of the Black Death. So yes, you all believe that she has left the city and have no reason to think otherwise.
Conversation with the Queen has Storm thinking otherwise.
Except you cannot remember any information that is related to the false Hydra.
Creature.
Wasn't about the Hydra. It was a conversation with the Queen asking about whether something had been, like, whether an envoy or something had been sent to go and find the Black Death.
She said that she had never authorized it, but
Yes.
it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything had
So
Yeah.
been done.
Storm's mind, even before anything with the Hydra, is not entirely convinced that her mother's left Tanzanite, and rather that she
Okay.
might be in the mines or somehow been dragged into this situation.
Okay, with that justification, that makes sense.
Yes, so she's not trying to imply that, like, yeah, I'm not trying to metagame that knowledge. It's something that in her mind, the connection is that that's
Yeah.
what she's thinking, is that she's brainwashed into being involved into this situation.
If you believe that my mother was smart enough to have observed this entity and had made her own observations before forgetting, do you believe she was privy to any other observations beyond what we could have seen at street level? Because we have done our best. Also, you can't hear me, can you? I'll write it down.
Kovac, there is a very strong possibility that your mother could still be in the city.
You know what? If we have 10 minutes, I'll make this easier. I will sit up on the cot on the barracks. I will crack my book. I will ritual cast telepathic bond so we can have an actual conversation.
Xantic is actually asleep at his house because he will need to be at his workshop so he can infuse Mug's signet ring to give him the spell refueling ring.
Yep.
I just remembered that.
Oh, good. So yes, I will cast telepathic bond on the three of us. I'll say, there, Samantha.
What you
As
want
I-
in my head?
You consented to this.
It's funny.
As I was saying audibly before it is late. You woke me up. Anyway,
We love you.
what information do you believe my mother could have obtained from ground level that would
Okay.
be any further use to us beyond what we ourselves have observed?
Have
This
you?
is more.
Sorry.
No, continue.
Is the link between all of us or just you two?
The three of you.
There's still three of us. So
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
Storm, Sam, and Kovac.
Okay.
I know your father hasn't been sleeping well, and I know that there are things that didn't seem to add up exactly at your house. This is just in case there might be anything further. Maybe someone was meddling. Maybe someone's gone in and done with the information of is crafted. That's all I can say, because you will forget if I say anything else. I'm just curious if there was anything. This might not necessarily help us in what we're doing now, but I want to try and at least give. I want to say you some peace of mind, but I suppose in the factuality is me for you. Does that make sense?
You do make a good point. We have observed that people who were privy to the creature in the waking hours were able to, in their subconscious selves, communicate something. We have observed that Xantix has been having a hard time sleeping. That was one of the perceived symptoms. My father and Xantix are both quite intelligent people. It makes sense that their subconscious minds would try to speak out. That's just not tied to my mother.
You went back to your lab. That's Mug in the corner.
Losing your religion.
No, Mug just gained religion.
Yeah, true.
Don't want to lose it already. Fallen paladin.
Damn.
Oof.
And I just made a deal with the devil.
Your
Kind
dad's
of.
not the devil.
No, he's not.
He wishes.
I mean, look, he's originally a djinn.
So,
I don't think it would help. My father is currently asleep, and
That's that point.
I would much rather we resolve this quickly, and then,
We can go back after.
yes. He does not need this information at present, and trying to give it to him will be a waste of time when we could be dealing with the threat.
It wasn't more so to give him the information as such. It's just in case there was a little piece of the puzzle that we missed.
I think what Seb is trying
That
to
could be
say
assist.
that your mother may have left us behind clues that we did not recognize before we had knowledge that we currently have. Does she, did
It's only in theory.
when you were back at your house, did you
Yeah?
see any journals or anything like this left behind? You said she left behind her tools?
She did leave behind her tools. If my mother had made notes, they would have been filed away.
So it is possible that they exist and we have just not seen them.
I do still have the keys to my home. I don't use them when I'm visiting because it
Oh no.
because it what?
We lost
Because-
Zoe.
Oh.
No, Zoe, come back!
Oh.
Baby, come back!
Wait,
It's
Who's
fine.
this-
She's gone. We've got her consent. I heard it before she left. So
who's this Zoe you're talking about? I can't remember her. Too
just
soon?
frozen-
Too soon?
frozen
Okay,
in time.
So, just for record, when the bell started, Storm, just being a nuisance, started meowing in the background.
Speaking of nuisance.
Not speaking in cat, just meowing for the effect. Because telepathically, we can understand no matter what language we speak what the meaning of the words are. So she has no meaning, just meows at you because it's entertaining. For like 3 seconds and then stops because it's important conversation. It's like very
So,
quiet background meows. It's like meow, 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 meow.
We may have to disconnect Zoe so that she can rejoin.
I will disconnect her.
No, we're good. We got this. We got her consent.
Do
That's
not
how it
have
works,
consent.
right?
Where is the disconnect button? There it is.
Down.
It's fucking red.
Just
Yeah.
Brain doesn't.
for anyone watching,
There she is. As soon as
Yeah, for anyone
no!
watching, that is not how consent works. I'm just giving the internet.
And we didn't make any jokes about you while you were gone. At all.
Thanks.
Except Storm
It was just at your
meowing in the background.
expense. Oh, also,
Apologies.
have we? Sorry.
So, I think Coke was saying she like I have the key to my house. I don't use it because that would be rude. But if you really want to, we can let ourselves into Mother's workshop, which is in the side of the property, and investigate as long as we are quiet.
I think we should do this mainly because there is possibility that she has noticed something that we have yet not. Especially since you say she is as intelligent as she is. And the
Fine.
circumstances of her sudden leaving and then not taking her things with her makes me suspect that maybe she has fallen prey to something unexpected.
While you're talking, Kovac has sat up and is pulling on her boots and her doubles, and is like, fine, if we're doing this, we'll do it quickly. This way of talking only lasts an hour, so let's just go. Fine.
Also, just for the record, when Storm was in the compass, she probably would have re-equipped all of her stuff. Because she had nothing better to do with her life while she was being a jockey.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But she's not attuned to her gloves.
Are we doing a bit of late night mischief at the Riazi family
Yes.
residence?
The Riazi residence.
Okay.
It's not that far actually.
No, it's really not.
Yeah.
Alright.
We will. I will leave a note next to Mug's head on his pillow that just says,
Gone for a walk.
"Gone home for a bit. We'll be back soon." And
You
there we go.
hear light snoring.
Neat.
You make your way through the town to your house. I imagine you're being a little bit more cautious about where you step, never really knowing what's around you.
I imagine we'd stick to the edges of the streets as opposed to. The
I mean,
center.
I'm definitely, because I'm the only definite still, so they'll just walk straight past and through it, and I'll be like, "Ugh." I
We
don't want to get
follow-
up close and personal with this thing at all.
We follow Sam. Wherever Sam walks, we follow directly behind.
You make it to the Riazi family residence, and Kovac lets you in using her own personal key.
Indeed.
You find the place completely pitch black. Your father has gone to bed and left no lights on.
That's fine.
Storm can see perfectly fine.
I will pull out a lantern, ensure the hood is low, and go.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Hydrate,
Oh, no.
everyone.
I
Hello?
run out of tea.
Oh, hydrate. Yep.
So I have a lantern which is it is set on low. and then we're going to go into the workshop.
All right. You make it into your mother's workshop. It is
Mhm.
exactly as you left it the last time you entered.
Okay. I'm going to go to her notes, to where she files away her notes and check what she has written in the past month.
You make me an investigation, please.
I certainly can.
With advantage because we are assisting or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Unless I mean, actually, that's a good question. It's Sam and Storm. Are you assisting?
Yes, Storm is eternally curious. Of course she is.
Okay. Not
Sam
trying
will
to
be as
cut
well.
books up into little fairies and make clothes for them.
Sam can assist. Kovac will give Storm one of the very well organized waste bins and say, "How about you go through that, dear?"
Me.
What's in the waste bin? Is it just paper?
Yeah. Can I get you to make me an investigation check separate, please, Alice?
All right.
Okay, that is a 21.
Okay. So,
Gonna say,
all of her notes that you can see are more in relation to her latest project that she had been working on.
The automaton?
Yes, the automaton, the fox-like creature that is sitting on the desk, seemingly carved of wood, but also some brass inlays and mechanical pieces within it. A clockwork machine of sorts. Her notes that she has been attempting to get the device to work, but Arcanium does not seem to be enough. It needs something else, and she is not able to work it out. Her final notes in there is that her latest test was a failure. And that was dated the same day that you remember sending to your father, or sorry, talking through the fish to your father, and him saying that they were both excited to see you when you returned.
Okay, and how recently was that to us arriving?
That was about a week before you arrived.
Okay. And Father said that she had left a few days ago.
I rolled a 4. Storm got distracted making paper origami.
A 4 total?
Yes.
Oh.
did you roll a 1? You rolled a 2, didn't you?
What? No. Investigation is intelligence. I don't have intelligence.
Oh, so you just rolled a 4 with no bonus.
Yes, correct. That's
I
why I
was-
was trying to
I was trying to
assist
find-
and not look for herself. She is perception. She is wise. She is dexterous. She is not intelligent.
I was gonna say, she may
She
have
has
found
no
something that's
attention
interesting.
span.
She may have found something, but would not have realized that it is important.
Yeah, no, I found something, but I turned it into a paper crane. Or no, I turned it into a chatterbox.
Okay.
Straight up just a chatterbox now.
What Sam is mostly doing is seeing how Kovac and Storm reacts to reading certain things, and if they look at something and they kind of glaze for a bit or something like that.
No, it doesn't seem like
No.
anything here is mentioning the creature.
Okay, fair. But well, we're finding out some bits like how long it's kind of been, so that's something.
Yes. I don't think there's anything immediately visible. Can I go? Can Sam and I go full investigation on the workshop at large? See if maybe she maybe recorded something, or she hid it. Just go ahead and check the entire space.
Hey, Kovac, pick a number.
I also wanted to double check what Storm was doing.
3.14159.265.
We'll go with 3. 1, 2, 3. Pick a color.
I refuse to allow you to aggressively oversimplify pie like that.
Like cherry or apple?
I'll go with yellow because that's close enough to pie.
So when she opens it up and actually has that little segment of, and this is where I found out the master plan. That little bit of written on the piece of paper.
It says, "Oh, it went back to the same one. You can pick another color now."
Blue.
Heigengrau?
I don't know what that is. Sounds like a
Blue.
purple.
It is the color that you see when you close your eyes.
That's not a color.
Yes, it is.
That
Try
is-
it.
That is darkness.
No, it is a color.
It changes color though. Color is not changing. Color is static. It's stay one thing.
Purple, 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 purple.
Okay, it went back
Sam's
to...
now just glossing over. It's like,
On this piece of paper, it says, "I don't know, I didn't understand the calculations."
I'll take it and try and understand the calculations.
This was her way of going, "I found nothing."
you found fun. That's the biggest
She got bored
win
about
of all.
3 seconds in. She got handed a trash can, was like, "What the fuck? I don't even know what I'm looking at." Grabs paper, go, "Ooh, I know what I can do with this."
Alright. What you find on this piece of paper is actually probably incredibly important to Kovac, more so than anything else. It is a discarded note on the work on this this creature. Your mother was thinking of investigating how Warforged were created. How the soul stone for a Warforged was created, as that was the only way that she could conceivably bring life to this automaton that she was making. She scrumpled it up as her last notes, and it state, "This knowledge, however, has been lost and is fruitless." And so that is why she scrunched it up and threw it out, thinking that that was a dead end for her.
So, her fox automaton is more or less assembled. It's just been like its internal core has perhaps been cracked open, and she's been messing with the specifics of it to try and get the power to work.
Correct.
Okay.
To animate it properly.
Can Storm, from her spot on the floor, see anything that might ping her brain in relation to the information they've acquired?
About the creature?
Well, she's kind of figured out that anything to do with the creature she seems to forget. So not necessarily anything to do with the creature itself, but signs that there might have been effects of the creature here.
No. There is
Okay.
nothing here that points to that.
Okay.
And can Sam and I case the entire place?
Yes.
Just to be
That is why I've put on your casing music.
Yes, my sleuthing music.
Wait.
Come on, Sam.
I
Let's
can't
solve the
hear
mystery.
sleuthy music.
Are you kidding me? That's 2 5s.
Am I Scrappy doing this one?
That's still a 14.
You case the joint over, and you don't find anything that implies that she had any knowledge of this creature or was investigating the creature in any way, shape, or form. At
But
least nothing that she's recorded.
were there any records or information regarding her investigating the Black Death or whatever it is either?
No, nothing.
Yes. Which is what
There are-
Storm would be pointing out to them because she's still
Kovac-
suspect of that.
Kovac does know that her mother had a journal where she had previously done some investigation onto the Black Death a long time ago.
Yes, but nothing
had
recent, right?
no, nothing recent, nothing new in here.
I imagine that my mother's old journal on the topic would be in the attic in long-term storage.
Yeah, something that she had long since given up on, as sightings of the thing was so few and far between.
Yeah. I do not believe there is anything more of note to find here. Would the two of you agree? Or would you care to examine, supervised yourself.
It just seems really strange to me that she did not take her tools with her. I don't know.
I
This...
agree. I thoroughly agree.
Are there any entries of journal after the date of the last one? Is there anything, any evidence of her being here or leaving or anything?
No.
It's like she just disappeared.
If she was preparing to depart on this expedition, then it is likely she was hurrying about, working with colleagues, preparing supplies. Though if she was doing that, then why not take her tools?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If she was preparing for a trip, she would take her most important things.
I agree that her departure is out of character, and so once we are done here, I would like to go and find the Black Death and ensure she is well. However, for now, we have more pressing matters.
Okay, I am concerned that somehow she has gotten dragged into this situation with the creature.
We
Not,
have no information supporting that.
I know, but it is just fear, I think. Like the
Yeah.
demons who have been able to take over people and control things and you know, maybe I am worried that she has
Storm.
been dragged in and it's not. I want her to be okay.
I'm going to talk to Storm using my telepathy, not the joined telepathy, because I don't want Kovac to hear. I'm going, I think at this moment we do need to focus on the Hydra, and then we can move our efforts, only because I think moving anything further into this is going to needlessly worry Kovac now. Which I know I kind of started this, and I'm sorry. Also, this is my telepathy, not the group telepathy. Please don't respond.
She says,
I-
okay.
Now what
Neat.
was that?
That was, and then using your telepathy, that was her saying, okay, duh. Using my telepathy. Let's just leave it for tonight.
I've seen you do enough of this. I know that you can function independently of this spell in people's minds, and you were just looking right at her while you were conspicuously saying or thinking nothing.
Yes, that happens a lot. We often look at Storm and think of nothing.
It's okay, Kovac. Sam was just telling me to stop fussing over things that are not immediately important.
Insight check.
Technically, she's
On
telling
who?
the truth.
Yeah,
you
doesn't
are
matter.
I'm
Withholding
omitting details,
some.
but
Yes,
Yes, but
and
insight is not a lie detection, it's whether you believe it.
okay,
You can be shifty telling the truth. Mug does it all the time.
that's fair. So we'll come back.
would you like me to roll a deception or persuasion or...
I kind of just want to get a vibe, honestly.
Okay.
See if it feels like you are holding something back.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 25 just now.
Okay. Ash?
Yes.
What would be my opposing roll for this? Persuasion or deception?
It'd be persuasion because you're not lying.
Okay.
I'm just. I'm a little sus that I'm being kept out
Okay,
of
okay.
the loop of something.
So, you rolled higher than me, so you get the
Mhm.
sense she's omitted details, but she's telling the truth.
Fine. I believe you.
She looks at you very confused, like as if you would not believe me. Hello.
Shall we go?
Yeah. I don't believe there is anything else here for us.
Good.
Is there anything else that we need for tonight?
No, bedtime, please.
Yes.
All right. You get a
Another
well-deserved
tea, please.
rest.
Any
Yeah.
possessions that were
Yeah.
left behind at Kovac's place that belong to any of the party Storm will bring
That
back.
is the single longest day we've ever had.
Oh
Several seconds
my
of a day.
God.
And so at the end of the long rest, we level up, right?
No.
Damn
Level
it.
10. Level 10.
Level 10. Level 10. And I think I'm going to definitely start popping into some rogue if we go that direction.
Perhaps we should ask chat. No, no.
Hey, chat, vote if you think we're going to live or die.
Yeah, you know what? That's a vote I can get behind.
Prediction!
Someone
Let's get
can make a poll.
prediction. I'll do it.
Yeah, just ask who they think the first person to die is going to be.
Storm. Let's be honest.
Okay. Managing spells.
All right.
I can only put 5 people. Wait, there's 5 of us. Never mind.
All right. So,
I know April's here to work out the us.
Hey, Kit!
Okay, I can't put a random. Fortunately.
I mean,
And-
Xantix is a gnome. Wait,
Xantix
half-
That's
is a-
Zan-
Gnome? Yeah.
Is it Zantiks?
No.
For
X.
Xantix, so Zantix.
Yes.
it's literally on the stream.
I know, but when I create a poll, it puts itself in the way of the stream.
Well, fair. That's a logical excuse.
Oh, Kit, why? I mean, fair, but why?
Well, there's a poll now. There's a poll. Everyone, who will be dead? Kovac, Sam, Storm, Mug, or Xantix? I couldn't put a 6th option and put Hydra because that would be unreasonable. Xantix! That's gonna be Kit. That's gonna be Kit right there. One vote for Xantix.
No, that was me.
No, that was
I'm
me.
gonna vote. I'm gonna vote Kovac because Kovac doesn't understand hubris.
I mean, that is true. Of all of the
I know who
people,
I
she has
voted
been the
for.
most suicidal.
I voted
Trying
for
to
Kovac
stand up
as well.
against a level 20 sorcerer.
I was doing well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
You were lucky.
only by the skin of your teeth.
I was banking charges on that rod of absorption
Mine was the
for just
second
for
vote.
just such a devastating circumstance. I don't.
I love how no one is. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my god,
say
we
it.
have, so we
until
have
you go
2
into it.
votes for Kovac, 2
Kovac,
votes for
2
Xantix,
for
and 2
Storm.
votes for Storm.
I feel like
So,
they're all
Mug
valid
and Sam are the
guesses.
same ones. Yeah, fair.
Sam and Mug, you guys seem pretty safe. Pretty safe bets.
Sam
Yeah,
is
we-
smart
we-
enough to
we know
turn
how-
into an animal and run in the worst case
Yeah.
We
scenario.
know when to
and
bounce.
Muggers also knows when to bow out and
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
And has dimension door.
Yeah.
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 Oh no, I'm out of level 4 spell slots. Keeping one in reserve.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
Always keep one in reserve.
Just to double check, what magic items does everyone have, and do we need to do a shuffle? I don't think we do, but I want to double check.
well, I will be giving Mug his spell refueling ring when I see him.
We might
Yeah,
do that just off stream later on, anyways.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
it's just as we meet up.
I mean, any other shuffling of magic items.
Okay, just type it in the chat so we have record of what's happening and who's doing
Yeah.
what and whatnot. As in, like,
is
in
a
our
three-way
little
tie.
Discord chat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fine. I'm gonna bring out the bag of beans just in case. The bag of beans might be useful this time. Who knows?
Oh god, I am so looking forward to the next instance of Bag of Beans.
Bag of
Every
beans,
single
bag of beans,
time it's
bag of
been
beans.
wild as hell.
Just summon another pyramid in the bowels of.
What have we? I
bowels of
think
the
I've
city.
only used 3 of them, haven't I? I've only used 2 of them. Because I know I
You've
remember
used,
2. I remember...
3.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, what was the last one?
The last one
summoned a
was the
bunch of-
pyramid.
We
No,
haven't
no,
rated.
no, the last one was the statue.
Oh,
She's-
hello!
Oh, yeah.
Stormy!
Shazoo
Oh,
Bear! Woo!
Oh, whoop, 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 whoop.
I need to
Got
redraw
more
the Shazoo
Stormies.
Bear.
We do need to redraw the Shazoo Bear.
Welcome in.
Hello and welcome,
in.
Raiders.
Go, go, go.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So, the last use was the statue that yelled at your position to everyone while you were attempting to hide.
I thought there was something else after that I've used it, and I summoned a bunch of creatures. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure I've used it 3 times.
You have
only
used it 3 times.
effective.
Okay, okay,
The
guys.
third one
let's take 1 second to quickly introduce ourselves for the
Sorry.
new people that have come in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Go.
Hello,
Yep.
I am Scuff. I am the Dungeon Master. I am running the game. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. It is a homebrew campaign called the Trials of the Xel'nari. We do also have a few homebrew rules in here. Nothing too serious, but just some changes to like criticals and death saving throws and stuff to make things a little bit more interesting, spice things up. Welcome. I'll pass you on to Alice.
Hello, welcome to Min. Thank you for your compliments. Thank you for the raid. I love you all guys heaps much. I'm the person who runs the stream technically, and all the arts and stuff, except for the characters, which was done by Roll20. No,
Reroll.
Reroll. There we go.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah.
We made them.
We're playing in Roll20.
But yes, I'm playing Storm, the Tabaxi cross Genasi warlock monk.
Don't ask questions. Don't
Yeah.
ask questions.
She's a mixed bag.
However,
It's a very complicated story, okay? Do you really want me to go into my backstory? You know what? You might get lost.
The quick summary: her father's a god. That's
I
all
think
you
I
need
just
to know.
worked out how to tell when Storm is lying. Her voice goes so high in pitch you can almost not hear it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
if anyone watching has ever wanted to watch a party of level 9s try and take on a false
yeah.
Hydra the size of a city, then get
Oh,
comfortable.
Javier,
because that
Yes,
is
that is about to happen.
That is literally what we're up to. This might be a TPK, guys. Let's go.
False Hydra time.
But yes, Mug, introduce yourself quickly.
I am Michael. I go by Pro Hobby. I'm playing Mug, a half-orc bard paladin, whose
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
whose superpower is coming up with dumb plans that actually work, like
It's true.
really dumb plans.
Like jumping off a cliff
I was
type
going to say,
plans
so
and
far,
surviving.
the rate of success is higher than the rate of failure.
Failure, yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's scary. That's scary.
No one has died yet, but we don't talk about the gnomes.
Sam,
Hi, I'm Oddie. I play Sam. It's gonna get real confusing when my other twin, Sam, appears in game. It's great. Totally. didn't
Samuel
do a
and
switcheroo.
Samantha, to clear
Okay,
it.
Samuel and Samantha. I'm totally Samuel. Wink. Air quotes. Spoiler alert. We're way over past that now.
We all know you.
Masquerading as my.
We
yeah,
all know your
masquerading as
package is
my-
fake. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a good package though. Kovac seen it firsthand. Anyway, moving on.
Kalan, your turn.
Yeah, now, I am a
Oh,
druid
I see.
rogue mix of just it's fun.
More interestingly, a wildfire druid.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
that's
wildfire
true.
druid rogue. I also go by the they them pronouns. I'm one of the weird ones.
no,
Okay, fine.
it's not weird. It's who you are.
Yes. Acorn, Clan.
Hey, I'm Kulan. I am currently playing Xantix, the gnome artificer of the Battlesmith subclass. So I have an awesome companion, and I have a very nice gun to shoot people. But lately, it's been all my wonderful little artifice items that have been keeping the party sane. Let's
But
see
you're
what
a gnome
happens
and you're gonna die, so we
today.
don't care. Your other
You're-
character.
You're a side character.
Oh, ouch, but true. Normally I
Painful.
do play my my Goliath Rune Knight fighter, but he is currently occupied doing something.
Trying to
Like,
find
there'll be a
his
one-
people
Yeah,
There'll be a
that
one shot at some
may
point.
or may not have been eradicated from the face of the planet.
indeed. And I am Zoe, she, her, and I play Kovac. She's a cop.
It's true.
Basically.
Yeah, basically, she the popo.
I am
Wizard
I am an Order of Scribes wizard with the investigator background, so I'm basically just a cop wizard. Is fun.
I was gonna say,
She
I
knows
can see
things.
like a Law and Order-esque show being called Spell Wizards. Spell Cops, sorry.
Spell
Spell
cops.
Cops! Dun, dun.
I
Yeah.
mean, isn't that just as it bright?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll
yeah.
play the barbarian
yeah,
that can't
yeah.
spell the word
I should
cops.
watch
Yeah.
that. Anyway, shall we continue?
So, yes,
We're
we
a
shall
gaggle of
continue. So
fuck-a-mucks.
you've had a finally, after such a long period of time, you've had a long rest. You get a good night's sleep. Xantix, even you managed to get a good night's sleep for a while, for the first time in a while.
Yay.
And
Shock
you wake
horror.
up early in the next morning. There is an unease in your hearts as you wake up, knowing what you are about to, well, partially knowing what you're about to come across, or potentially face down in the mines below. Yes, Sam.
Have my headphones stayed on all night?
You know what?
Oh
Make,
no!
make me an
'Cause
acrobatics
otherwise I'm
roll.
gonna wake up and not know what's going on.
See, that's
Make
the
me an
thing I was
acrobatics
thinking
roll.
about. How active is Sam in her sleep?
You
Yeah.
seem like a
Sam
pretty restless
sprawls.
sleeper. Oh no.
Sam sprawls. Sorry,
Okay.
so, yeah, it's my.
Acrobatics, please.
Was it? Sorry, acrobatics. I got
Yes.
+3. 13!
Okay. I was just putting the DC at 10, so it's okay.
Thank goodness.
Your
Oh,
headset does
Just to
stay
give
on.
people context, I'm the only person who remembers everything about the high. I've blocked my hearing. As soon as I take it off, it's all
Yes.
gonna go bad.
As a quick catch up on the creature that they are facing, it is called a false hydra. What the players know so far is that it emits a song that is not perceivable to their ears. However, as long as they are able to hear it, they are unable to perceive it. Even if they look straight at the creature, it is just blanked from their mind. You could think of like the silence from Doctor Who would be a good example of this. Except it's not while you're looking at it, and then when you look away, you forget about it. It is you are absolutely and utterly unable to perceive its existence or knowledge of it or anything. It is a bit of a
So long
terrifying
as you
creature.
can hear its song.
Yes. So
Google
the heads
it!
the heads that you were seeing all over the city are heads of the false hydra. As far as
Do
the
you wanna
party
zoom in?
knows, it may be multiple creatures. It's
But we don't know that yet.
you don't know that
Did
yet.
you want to
but
zoom in on the heads?
most of the
see
players
them?
here do know what the false hydra is, so are aware of it.
Yeah.
It is a
Let's see
terrifying
if I
creature.
can-
Mostly
look at
because of
that
this lack of
ugliness,
perception that you can see.
God.
Yeah, it's. If you've ever played The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and fought against the hand creature in the well,
No.
that is what
No.
it is based off of. That is where the preconception of this creature came from.
I see what you did there, Brig. I see what you did there.
Very well played.
Nice.
I would stand up, but I don't wanna.
So yes, we will continue on in the morning. Now, most of you did choose to stay at the Xel'nari embassy in the barracks. So you would actually awaken to a bit of commotion in the central hall as something is happening downstairs.
So Mug wakes up and finds a letter saying that they've gone to the Riazi residence.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And so if Mug
we
goes to
remove
the
that
Riazi
message?
residence, he won't find Kovek there.
We
Because
came
presumably
back.
she's...
Okay, but you would see Storm around because
Did we remove the message? Basically, is what we're getting to.
I think I would have taken it back once we got back. It was an insurance policy.
Very well.
Is it though?
Yes, because if all we could do is say help, then Mug would know where the help was needed.
Yeah.
It's true. All right. Do you make your way downstairs?
Yes.
No, we are not conditioned. We are not conditioned.
You are.
What would Pavlov
We are
say?
so conditioned.
As you make your way downstairs, you are greeted with the sight of 5 heavily armored Xel'nari agents. They kind of the soldiers of the Xel'nari, the enforcers of the Xel'nari. They don't necessarily take on quests as much as you do as as the investigators. These are more your frontliners. They come into action when something's gone bad. So very well trained in
Infantry.
combat. Yeah, basically. 5 seems like a low number based on what you're coming up against, but you do know that it has been said that everything is sparse at the moment, that they are stretched thin. At the head of the group, though, stands a man that you recognize more by his legend than his face himself. In fact, it's actually the first time you've ever seen him without his helmet on. You've seen him pass him in the halls. You know that Thalai has spoken quite highly of him before in the past, and that is of Xavier. He is the most renowned knight of the Xel'nari, and the most decorated knight of the Xel'nari. You're not exactly sure how old he is, but you know that he has lived for at least over 100 years. He seems to be human in his appearance, but you know that he is quite a capable magic user as well, and so possibly has extended his life a little bit beyond the natural bounds. He does look quite old. He looks probably closer into his 60s, despite his elongated age. But still keeps himself quite well. He also stands at around about 6'11", so nearly 7 feet tall, so quite large for a human.
Does Mug know that he's anyone special?
You would have heard enough stories of this man to immediately recognize him, especially in his golden-plated armor.
Okay.
Sorry, but my brain just got Mug's gonna look at him. Shania Twain starts playing. That don't impress me.
Hey, Mug has his magical
Sorry.
girl transformation sequence.
There is a canon. Mug actually does completely have a magic.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
It's true.
I am going to approach Xavier. I'm going to offer a crisp salute and say, Xavier, thank you so much for coming.
He looks down to you.
I'm,
There...
I'm 6'4".
Still looking down.
Thalai is the only
Physically-
person in the party that he would not be looking down to.
Physically and emotionally looking down.
No. Xavier is well known for being actually quite respectful of other members, not of being cold or stony-faced or anything like that. He looks down to you with a fairly warm smile, and of course, if there is destruction at hand, then I am here to see fit that we rid it of this world. I understand that you lot are the ones who have brought us the information.
Yes, with help from Mira as well.
Another man steps from the side. This one you also recognize. He's fairly tall and thin, quite lanky. He looks a little bit different to the last time you've seen him. That is that half of his hair is violently pink and standing on end, whereas the rest of it still is the same blackened hair of normal. And this is of Hollis's assistant, Philip.
Oh, Philip.
Oh,
No,
no.
Philip, no.
It seems that Hollis has been continuing his experiments, and unfortunately, poor Philip has been the victim of said experiments yet again.
Is this where he saw his chance, like, yes, instant death or staying for experiments? I'll take the death.
You know that he is more of a scribe and an assistant within the Xel'nari. He is not a field agent. He is not someone who goes out into combat. He is definitely also not dressed for combat. He is wearing simple robes and has a satchel pack by his side, of which he produces several what seems to be stone-like devices that he hands to you. He goes, Hollis had these crafted when... put them on first, actually. On your
How
on
d-
your ears.
Oh,
They're like little small devices. You actually just place them to your ears, and they almost kind of like suction or seal themselves to it.
oh.
Ew, creepy.
And there is a slight buzzing feeling in your brain for a moment, and then you hear hello, hello, can you hear? And it's something you're all very familiar from your telepathy back and forth between each other, but obviously he's not too familiar with attempting to do so, and you hear him talking within your mind. You see his mouth moving, but the voice is coming
Which
from within your
him?
mind. This is Philip.
Yep.
Can you hear me? Is it working?
Yes.
Perfect. When Hollis was informed that you would be facing a false Hydra, and we received the information on how it is capable of changing your perception, we had these crafted for you. Unfortunately, there are some drawbacks. It was hastily done. It will only last for 24 hours, and then they will become inert and useless. And you will be completely deafened to the outside world while you have these on. However, they will block out the Hydra's song.
Can we take them off now that I've put them on?
Yes, of course, but just remember that any conversation about the Hydra will be blocked from you if you hear its song.
Yes, but we will have to talk to the guards to get into the mines first, and I think I ought to be able to hear them.
Yes. Just allowing explanation of usage.
Yes. I will remove them. How many are there?
There is enough sets for all of you.
Xantix
heck yeah.
comes in. All right, guys, I have enchanted all the earmuffs. We're good to go. Oh. Oh.
I'm still wearing mine.
Actually, it's behind Xantix. Mug will come in wearing sort of the Gambison style underpadding for armor, with like a big bit of bread with bacon sticking out of it, and like a mug of beer, and just like half eating. Go, oh, guests. Any of you guys need a breakfast beer?
Mug,
Storm's
not
just
today.
No,
kind of sitting in a
Mug will
corner,
actually-
very like, I don't like any of this.
He will immediately kind of read the room, recognize or get a vibe off the people, and hand the sandwich and mug to Xantix. And stand a bit taller and more respectful.
Xantix takes a tentative bite of the sandwich. Ugh. Then just puts it down on the table somewhere.
Yeah, so
Sound
Hollis
is
said that
vibed.
these devices would be successful in blocking out its effects, though temporary. I wonder, your information that was provided was minimal at first. Have you been able to investigate anything further since then?
Only Sam
Yes.
would know.
Sam has had on these earmuffs for, what's it? I suppose 18 hours now, and has been our receptacle of information.
Maybe 12 hours.
Since before we flew over the city.
Sam can
It's
also
been a
not hear
while.
anything anyone is saying.
We can relay into Sam's mind. It is fine. Did you have any questions about the information?
Have
Is
you
it,
been able to
Xavier?
identify the layer of the creature?
The mines.
We suspect the mines. We have not identified.
It is the most logical conclusion with all of the information we have been provided.
We have
Who at the
an
moment is wearing the earpieces?
Just COVID.
Obviously not Sam.
Xantix will put in the earpieces. He will leave the muffs just on the table, just going. But he'll
Look,
put
Sam
the
really appreciates these. I'm just saying, Sam really appreciates these.
If you could please don them so we can speak further.
Boom.
And he gestures to Mug and
Yeah.
Storm.
Storm looks at them with utter distaste.
Come on, Storm. If you want to have the conversation about this creature, it needs to be on, or you will forget. It's quite pleasant, actually.
Zentix, stop talking. You're not making this better.
I can't hear you.
I'll send a telepathic message to Xantix saying, maybe we should keep these for when she plays bagpipes.
Except they only last for 24 hours, so...
Storm has put them back
damn.
down and then puts them on.
Okay.
So she has splashed water at your face. It's a little too hot water.
Philip produces some paperwork from his satchel pack and hands it straight to Kovac. These are copies of one of the books the archivist has managed to find on the creation of such a creature. This is how we knew its name. It was a creature of theory until, well, now it seems that someone has been able to produce it in earnest. Depending on its size and its available consumed mass, it could now have reached a dozen or so heads. This could be quite a threat. Are you able to confirm how many you have sighted so far?
Storm. You observed several. How many was it? 5, 6?
There were 5 marked on my map, but from my understanding, their locations were different later. So either there is 5 and they move, or there is like 10 and they just pop up at different place, different time. But their feeding grounds is the entirety of the city, it seems.
There have also been many reports of damage to roads and other
Yeah.
in infrastructure without logical cause.
You can see at this information that Philip's face like goes chalk white. He looks terrified and sickly. He's that is
You like paperwork? Here, have a look at this stuff that I wrote down when I was
if
under the influence. And
if you believe it to have approximately 10 heads, then it would be already have grown to the size of an elder. This must be stopped immediately.
Yes. That is why we
dear.
called you.
Is this your first time in the field, Philip?
Yeah, I am not a field man. I work in the back.
here,
in the
wait,
back.
Philip, it's okay. Have some paperwork. It makes Kovac feel better.
The emotional support paperwork. Emotional support paperwork. We need it on mug, t-shirts.
He's so scared at the moment that he takes it without even thinking and
It's
just
written
like
in cat.
clutches onto it.
It's written in cat. He can't understand it.
No,
But
he
the
literally cannot understand.
the diagrams are visual, and the
Yeah.
well, actually, one of the pieces of paper has a drawing of the creature, so maybe that's not very helpful. But you know, paperwork.
He continues on. If the creature has reached this size, then it's believed that its song could potentially carry several miles. This explains why no one within the city has any knowledge of it. In
How
your
far
report,
out
you
from
mentioned
the city is this?
several miles. The city itself is only about 2 to 3.
That is very big.
So,
Yes.
there anything
this is
in the-
concerned.
is there anything in the information about if this creature, if this type of creature has been fought and defeated before?
No, as I said, until now it has been considered only a theoretical experiment. There was talks of mages attempting to create such a creature many thousands of years ago, but they were unsuccessful and stopped.
Wait, let me just hang on. You are telling me this is not natural creature? or summoned
No.
creature? This is like
No.
abomination where people put like bits and pieces together and make monster?
Yes, something of the likes. I am not fully understanding of the works. I have not had time to read over it, but the archivist had mentioned that it is something that is crafted.
I
Grafted
literally
together.
said that yesterday. You know that, right? Oh, wait, I can't hear anything. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Storm kind of like looks over to Xantix with a side eye and like, I see. Because he creates things that are living.
What?
The funny thing is, if he made it, he'd forget how he made it.
Or even making it in the first place.
It is
Look,
very
she doesn't
likely.
blame Xantix. She's just like, of course. I see. Just like, suspicious.
It is very likely that this is a creature of our unknown assailants that have been popping up around.
Well, they're not
Can I-
really that unknown. We've met a few of them, and we even killed some of them.
Kovac, what is under the city?
Mine shafts. This city, for a long time, was
Mhm.
used to mine arcanium. More recently, 5 boiler works have been installed to fuel industry down there.
They'd be using wood to support the mines, wouldn't they?
In terms of the structure, wood or metal.
Okay.
Wood, metal, and stone.
'Cause
Combination of all three.
Mug has one of his on-brand stupid plans.
Fire?
Yes, but we get a wagon with 500 gallons of oil. We ride past each of the holes in the roads
I
that
have
we
a
will now be
question.
able to see, dump it down, and then hopefully Tanzanite doesn't burn to the ground.
What if we had explosives?
The problem with that is that Tanzanite mostly would burn to the ground because the fire and the heat expansion in the holes would cause cracks to appear and thus would ruin the entire structural integrity of this mass, causing it to collapse.
Can we use
Likewise, the
mending?
same with the explosives. Can you use
No
mending?
explosives? Okay. Damn it.
Uh,
I know a healthy supply, that is all.
to this, it's actually Mira that who interjects, stating, it is actually very likely that an uncontrolled explosion within the mines could cause irreparable damage. All mining has been very precisely calculated, and all explosions, dynamite used within, have been calculated and recalculated several times to be as careful as possible.
This problem requires a scalpel, not a mallet.
I do not understand.
Well, the problem is if we do anything too big, we're most likely to cause more damage to the surroundings than the creature itself, especially seeing this creature seems to be able to burrow through the ground without impunity to rear its head into the city itself. So collapsing a large chunk of this landmass onto the creature probably would not be enough to stop it.
Okay, I get it, but I don't like that you explained it to me.
You
Kovac,
said you didn't understand. I explained it. If you don't want to understand, don't ask.
I didn't
Okay.
ask you. I didn't
how
ask.
small?
I just said I don't
how s-
understand.
How small can you make a wall of force in a sphere?
Size.
I have another even dumber plan.
Were I to were I to be conjuring a sphere, it would be a 10-foot radius. Were I to be creatively placing pieces of the
Ca-
wall, each piece of the wall is 10 feet by 10 feet.
Can you do smaller than a 10-foot radius?
For a sphere, no. It is required
It's a
for
minimum.
It is the only size available for a sphere that is stable.
How big is the creature? No, it's gonna be too big. Because my plan was you cast a wall of force around the two of us, we get eaten by the creature and not digested because it's a sphere of force. I use mind control magic from inside the body of the creature to mess with it. And then I dimension door 500 feet into the air and you feather fall us back down to the ground.
Sadly, my walls of force are also stationary, so we couldn't be.
Otherwise, 75% of that plan would work.
Mug, I'm very curious how your mind works.
There.
Shall we perhaps walk and discuss? I feel like we're
Yes.
starting to waste some time here.
Oh,
There.
Walk where?
Towards the
Towards
mines.
the mines. We must enter.
You-
Yes.
Okay, you want to go to the battlefield without having a battle plan.
The plan is to find the thing and kill the thing.
we can walk
Mhm.
and talk.
Surgically and precisely.
You've never been in an army, have you? Presumably not one that's won.
Actually, I have been in part of many operations that have had to be planned on the fly, so yes, I have actually.
Ash,
Yes.
Flash of Genius comes very handy in the fly.
I forgot to say this before, but I was thinking it, and then we got raided, and I forgot. When the new Xel'nari people popped up that are there to help, she would have used her detect magic just to observe them. Does she see any alarm bells, so to speak?
Define alarm bells because it's a new ability for you and you don't really know what you're looking at. But
Does any of them have magic that looks like it's coming out of their chest,
no.
like
I
the
mean,
lie had?
Xavier has a shield in one hand that has definitely got magic on it. His armor itself has magic. He is carrying rings and a necklace that all have magic upon them. His weapon is magic. Like everything, he's head to toe magic. He's basically a beacon of different
She is
lights
gonna
to you.
walk up to him and like try and peek underneath his chest plate. No context, nothing. She just walks up to him and goes, "I just need to check under here for a second."
Can you give me an opposed grapple check, please? As
Grapple.
he... Yes.
What is a grapple check?
Athletics.
Yes, please.
Okay. 11.
I was gonna say, did you roll a 1?
No.
He grabs you scruff-like by the back of your neck and just hoists you effortlessly up into the air away from him a bit and just,
Hey!
please.
Let me
no
go!
touching."
I need to make sure you're clean.
I am clean. I wash regularly.
Yes, but what
Maybe
about
not
the
in the manner that
inside
you
of your
do.
chest, okay? I need to make your inside be clean. Let me just see it!
He just turns to the rest of you. Is she always like this?
Far too often.
However, she is referring to the fact that one of their previous members appeared to have some kind of scrying stone embedded in his torso that allowed the enemy to see and hear what was going on. And I think that is what she is referring to.
Did we tell the Xel'nari about that?
It is in the reports.
It's
It
in
is
the
a-
Okay,
reports.
never mind.
Mm-hmm. They need to
Yes, I have read the report on that. I can assure you, miss.
Your
that we have
word
all
does
been
not
screened.
mean anything.
Storm, remember when we talked about there are people that we're just going to have to accept and believe in, because if we don't believe in them, then everything is already doomed and there is no point worrying about it?
Yes, but then it came from
This
your
man
mouth.
is one of them.
But then it came from your mouth and I wanted to ignore it.
Kovac, could I please have your help here? Because she clearly is not going to listen to me.
Xavier,
Yes.
you can put her down, right, Storm?
he places her back upon the ground.
She gets down on like all fours and starts.
Your people are a curious bunch.
However, we get the job done. And though I do respect the need to have some kind of plan, we don't have enough information on the specifics of the battlefield to make one properly. So I say we just go.
Planning is a wise course of action. But you are right, we do not know the battlefield just yet. For now, we will take things cautiously.
There is another question.
Yes.
Who is in command? You have been brought in here to assist, and that is of the utmost thanks from us and appreciation. But at its heart, this was our investigation, and we do have some more nuance and knowledge and information about what is going on. Do you wish to assume command with a higher rank, or do you wish us to take the lead on this?
He looks to you for a moment, kind of almost peering into you for a second.
As I peer into him and use a divine sense.
You sense only good from him. In fact, almost an overwhelming amount of so. He looks at you, and you sense that he is doing the same to you. And there is a moment where he thinks for a moment and goes, You are not Xel'nari, but you have assisted greatly. I am not here to trot on any toes. This is your operation, I will follow your stead, but if things do turn for the worse, then I am here to protect my men as well, and I shall do so. But keep in mind, currently, you are all my men. I will protect you all.
I am Cat.
Sam
the need
suddenly
arises
feels a
for
weird
it-
shudder of like, ooh.
If the need arises for it, we will evacuate, reconvene, and attempt a second time.
In that case, the chaotic nature of this group, we are best served to inflict harm and damage.
We much prefer action than talking. Except for when Mug is involved, he does a lot of talking. And we try not to let Kovac talk too much.
Thanks. Shall we?
If you're here to inflict harm and damage, then that is perfect for this scenario. We must destroy this creature utterly, and hopefully find those who are responsible for it.
Can I make a suggestion? I just thought of something. If our ear things are knocked off, we won't know exactly what is going on, or if we have won or lost. If anyone loses their, what are we calling these things?
Hollis did not give them a name. Philip, you name them. I'm not very good with names, sir.
Annoying ear things.
Sound stoppers.
Sound stoppers. That sounds like a good name. Yes, yes.
That is snappier. I was about to say audio obfuscators. That's much punchier.
If you can see that
Kovac,
Philip
you're
kind
not
of
allowed to name anything.
clearly liked your name, being of a more studious mind himself.
If anyone loses them, they should immediately leave the area.
That is a wise call.
Because they would, in essence, be more of a detriment than an asset if they could become the next victim.
I mean, I could just play the bagpipes.
We don't deserve that.
What do you mean? You are my friends. Of course you deserve me playing beautiful music for you.
I think we should reserve that for the interrogations.
I tried that once. It didn't work.
Mm.
It's great because she actually did try that once.
And it didn't work.
I love the fact that you actually are good at bagpipes.
Yes, she is. You'll just hate it.
Mug just has an irrational dislike of bagpipes.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, the first time she pulled them out really in front of the party, like other than your previous experience together, but the first time in the game that she pulled them out, she did get you kicked out of a pub.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a logical,
Distaste.
irrational distaste for them.
It was one time.
I think that was before I joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was just before you joined. Like, not long before.
It was funny.
Well, if we have no other plans to make, no other preparations, then I say we make haste.
Sam walks over
Yes,
to
let's.
Kovek, and in her mind she just hears, "What's going on?"
Hmm.
When did Xavier get here?
Like this morning.
I will write on a piece of paper. Do you have another way to deafen yourself?
Well, I think if the earmuffs are close enough to his ears to still make that noise, and he quickly slips on, and someone assists him putting the other ones into his ears, it should work.
I was pondering that myself, but it seemed a bit risky.
You just need someone who is very deft and dexterous with their hands to make it done quickly and properly.
So them then.
I guess, yes.
I could be an assistance in this matter.
Yeah.
Mira chimes in. I could cast an area of silence.
Yes, please.
Very well. You will still be able to communicate through your mind links. And she casts silence on the area.
Okay, I will reach up. I'm going to go to take off the earmuffs. If you move away, I will just mage hand them off your head.
Give me an initiative roll. I want to see.
That's a
No one's
7.
explained what's going on, so I just think you're taking my headphones. And no. What did you roll?
7.
Oh, okay, good.
Damn it!
11, 12, 13, 14.
Mug,
Okay.
can you please tell Sam that we're just putting in communication stones so he can be deafened and still communicate with us? Please.
I'm tempted just to speak out loud. Telepathy through. Hey, it's good. We got an upgraded model. Xantix ones aren't all that. These ones are better.
You'll get back on my turn, because initiative. Yeah, but as soon as I take them off, I'm gonna forget everything.
They cast silence. Turns out the new
Insight
people are actually like more organized than us, which is weird.
I'm doing an. I want to do an insight check on
Insight
Mug, just because I don't know.
Do I just want to see this city burn and like have you lose all your information?
Mug is actually the secret mastermind this whole time.
We've had a long
Well,
rest.
my plan was to have the side effect of the city burning.
Well, I rolled a 4, so that's 13.
I don't think that Mug is capable of rolling a persuasion lower than a 10.
Yeah.
Persuasion I can't roll less than 14, but deception I can roll less than 10.
So yes, you believe Mug fully.
If it's a persuasion, that's a 22.
But I like these ones. They have the staticky noise that makes me feel calm.
Well, unfortunately, we have to go from a state of calm to a state of pure violence and fury.
What's Storm done?
Well, I think it's about what we're about to do. I think we're
He
about
says
ready to
after
head to the
summoning a fucking
mines.
pyramid.
Just...
Yeah,
Hey, it
but I was only
solved
on-
the ship issue. It solved the ship issue.
To be fair, I summoned an island, so
Yeah, true. You don't
Hey.
have to talk.
Sam will take a deep breath. Will pop my bacon thing, and as I'm chewing it, I'm just like, okay. And then on Kovek's turn, just like chewing. I'm taking a breathe and then like, oh, I can hit. Wait, no, I can't hit. Oh. In your head, you hear, what do I do with these?
And they immediately seal to your ears.
You do your Princess Leia cosplay.
This feels like mollusks.
It's not
So,
excellent, but
how
it
does
will
it work on
suffice.
Storm with her cat ears?
So it seals, so it expands to seal the space.
She hates it.
That would feel
Are
awful
these
for a
mimics?
Mm-hmm.
Her ears the
No,
whole
they're not
time are like
mimics.
flickering around, really
It's
unhappy.
like having two plungers on your face.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not a comfortable feeling, but it is effective.
No tail.
Do
is
they stick
very
out
unhappy.
much?
I'll
Not
just-
much, no.
Okay.
I look at Xantix, and in his head he'll just be like, I preferred yours.
Oh, Xantix,
Yes.
did you have that ring?
Yes, it's here, and
Wait,
I-
are we all telepathically bonded or something?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, I forgot. I missed that part heavily.
Time to stop thinking what you think about people.
No.
I'll grab the ring from Xantix. Look at it kind of for a longer sort of beat, and then put the ring on, but with the chunky signet ring on the inside.
All right.
Let's go.
Lead the way. Which direction?
I'm going to need a few minutes to get into armor.
Okay.
And Mug will sort of race back to the barracks.
In the meantime, I will show Xavier the map we have of the mine entrances and say we're going to this one, which is the one closest to us.
Which crane system are you going towards? Which of the ports?
Oh right, yeah, it's where the cranes are. We're here.
Where were we? Oh, at the embassy. Gotcha.
I'm more familiar with the Eastern District because it's where my beat was.
Your old beat, yeah.
So I'd be more inclined to go in that direction.
Alrighty. Very well. Alright, well, you'll start making your way. Don't say it. I could smell it.
What the
I just
rock
have to
is cooking.
smile at you.
You start making your way towards there. You're all now capable of seeing the creatures' heads moving throughout town, and there is this uneasiness amongst you, but it kind of hastens you along.
While we're walking, can Storm Train just like mentally document any behaviors or possible traits, just perception-wise, that she might be able to notice now that she has a clearer perspective of things?
Of the creatures.
Possible, like, patterns and things like that. I know it's not going to be unblocked, but we are walking through the city and seeing them and passing them and observing them. So, like, I don't know if there's anything extra she might notice while actively observing them.
You can roll either a perception or an arcana, or
I'm using a new dice because these
I'll even
ones
go
have
with a
been
nature
evil.
as you try and understand it.
Uh,
And depending on which one you go for, will give you different information if you roll successfully.
was it perception, nature, or
Arcana.
Arcana.
okay? Her arcana and her nature checks are a +0, but her perception's a +12. So let's try that one.
Valid.
I have not rolled a single dice over 10 today. 21.
Okay. Looking at the creature, it doesn't seem to have much intelligence to it or any method in how it goes about. It is just swaying back and forth, and when it sees something that looks good to it, it just lunges at it. It doesn't seem to be picking something out in particular. It's not looking for an easy target. It is just eating, consuming.
Okay, so sort of more instinctive in nature rather
Very
than
instinctive, yeah. But other than that, it without being able to see the full mass of the body, it's hard to really get a full understanding of it. And in such a short period of time to investigate it, there's not really much you can glean from it. But it does seem very instinctual in its method of consuming.
Okay.
Alright. You head down through the textiles district. Actually, you'd probably go up through the education sector, yeah, then through into the textiles district, and then up into the eastern port. The upper area of the port is extremely busy. It's your first time actually coming face to face with the crane mechanisms that hoist all of the cargo and passengers up and down from the lower levels up to this area. And it's a little bit overwhelming at first. It's nothing you've ever seen before. These crane systems are gigantic. They are definitely a marvel to see, and something that you would never have thought possible with your knowledge of engineering and construction. Of course, Kovac is all too familiar with them, having lived most of her life here. And Xantix as well has spent some time here and has definitely come in contact with them before. But the one thing you notice is that it looks like several of the cranes have been retrofitted and modified to incorporate the steam power that has been introduced to the city to replace. You can see obvious areas of where arcanium capacitors were previously used to use magic to enhance the cranes, and they have since been replaced by the steam components. Allowing it to operate in a more sustainable manner than trying to use basically magic batteries. As you get closer to the edge into one of the crane systems, you can just see just how high it is above the water level. You can see the boats down in the harbor as they go about their day, pulling in and out of port, unloading, and people going about loading up one of the crane systems. A fall from this height would be definitely fatal. And so the entire section along the edge is fenced off so that people cannot get too close to it, except for the crane entrances. there is a moment of tension as you approach one of the cranes in force, and you can see one of the crane operators kind of like standing up, puffing up his belly as if he's going to object to soldiers moving towards him, and then he sees the emblems of the Xel'nari upon the knights, and there is an immediate moment of deflation in his face as he realizes that no matter what he says, he's about to get his rank pulled on him. And as you approach, he just looks to you and goes, how can I be of service to mighty members of the Xel'nari?
None of us can hear him.
No. You've all still got the things.
Storm? Don't we have a piece of paper from the Queen?
That is for the people guarding the mines directly. I'm going to. So if we're
Mug will jump in and telepath the guy and go, "Thank you. We need to proceed forward. The Queen thanks you for your service."
Of course, and he looks at the rest of the crowd, all preparing for the next crane to come up, and then calls out to the crowd. Official Xel'nari duties, this crane has been commandeered. They will be taking it personally. I'm sorry, and he immediately getting swamped by townsfolk who are complaining about the delay. The crane...
telepath. No.
Continue.
I was going to say, I'll telepath to the rest of the group. Anyone know what he said?
What?
Something about a crane. He turned to face away from us to address the crowd, so I'm not sure.
Storm shrugs. You get a mental shrug.
Mm-hmm.
The next crane arrives, and there are several carts laden with goods, and a dozen so passengers who disembark from it. After that, he kind of just gestures and bows a little bit towards you all to embark upon it.
I walk on
Yes.
with Corin.
Absolutely.
Xavier and the five
Storm
soldiers
hands him
follow.
one of her little flowers that she's probably picked up along the way, because we all know she does that. And just gives it to him.
He accepts it confusedly and looks it over, kind of expecting it to be like magical in some nature or
And she
special
just-
in some way.
She just smiles and walks away.
I'll make the flower glow for a sec.
Can you do that without verbal components?
I would. I don't care if he hears me.
Actually,
Yeah.
hang on.
We can talk.
We're not in
Oh,
we're not in
but
a
we can't-
silence spell.
Yeah, it's just deafened, not silenced.
We're
Yeah.
deafened. Not
Yeah,
lost.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
We
still
can still
capable of
cast
using
spells.
magic. It just might sound a little bit weird because you can't hear yourself speak.
So I'd walk past. I'd be trying to be subtle, but it would come out being like, "Mandy Alpha Rumine!" Saying a bit too loud, and it glows.
He seals the gates behind you and calls out to the operators to begin the mechanism. There is a small lurch as it suddenly starts descending. And it probably makes Storm of most people the least comfortable, being on a moving platform, suspended above the area. Whilst you are used to heights and such, you're more used to your own floating rather than something else moving around beneath you.
Fair enough. She's probably on all fours, holding on.
You get a fantastic view from the crane as you look down into the harbour, and behind you is the rock wall, but eventually that even gives way as it starts to taper inwards to the undercity that is down here with the harbour below. And this is your first look into the underbelly of Tanzanite. One thing that Kovic is all too familiar with, and Mug has definitely spent 1 or 2 nights down there at some point in his misadventures.
Apologies, a really loud motorbike just started, and I was startled.
Oh, good. And as you descend down, you can see the vessels in the harbour. And we will go down to the lower levels.
We get to see the lower level map. Oh God.
It's scary.
Oh, oh my God, I love it.
And so you descend into the lower subsections. Wait, yes, Corin should be over
I never spoke to Wisteria. I stood her up. I feel bad.
there. Yes, you did.
Ash, are we
Yes.
supposed to see that thing there?
Which thing where?
Here. Because I can see that.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to. That should be on the GM layer.
Yep, just thought I'd let you know. I can see that.
I cannot though.
Just keeps him in the initiative, so it's all good. Oh yeah, you'll see it, Cologne, because you control him.
Right.
Very well. So yes, you eventually descend down and see the lower levels, and there is a stark difference between the upper levels and the lower levels. It is like going from, although they weren't palatial in any way, the estates up above were in good condition. They were well kept, decorated with flowers, especially with the festival coming up soon. Everything was bright and vibrant with colors. The lower levels could not be a more stark contrast to this. It's dark with only a little bit of sunlight coming in through the apertures of the cave network that makes this up, and the what sun does come in from this angle, depending on your time of day, it can be quite dark down here or fairly bright. And all of the houses look a lot more ramshackle and put together, and several of them look like they've been rebuilt or built upon several times over by possibly different owners or just whatever pieces they could get a hold of at the time. There doesn't seem to be any organization to down here. It is a complete and utter mess of buildings. And as you start getting lower and lower, you can see the type of people kind of match the area. A lot of them are more heavier built, sailors, brigadiers, not pirates. You might see 1 or 2 that look piratey in sorts, but definitely privateers and people that Kovic immediately identifies as the scum of the city as well.
I hide my coin purse.
Yes, this is definitely the underbelly in both nature and quite literal the sense. There are no paved roads. It's mostly just boards and planks that have been placed down, and then whatever gravel is left on the floor. But it is still alive with people. It is hustling and bustling. There are people moving back and forth with carts. There are traders who clearly have their own escort of guards while down here, unloading or loading onto vessels and preparing to move out, or go up to the upper floors. It definitely seems that no one really stays here for long. It is just merely a means of access to the upper levels. One thing you do see in the back of the cave that you're at as you're making the final descent, just over the top of the buildings, is the entrance into the mines, which is almost like just a large gaping hole. There is a large stone archway that supports it, which looks dwarven in nature. There's definitely been some dwarven architecture brought into it to reinforce the mine entrance and possibly within the mines itself. And then finally, the lift comes to a halt with a sudden jarringness as it hits the ground, and a small little cloud of dust arises. And the gates fling open, and there is a very confused man at the other end, seeing so few people upon it, and he just looks over you all and then sees the emblazons of the Xel'nari and kind of and it quickly ushers you to get off as quickly as possible.
Storm's probably leapt out of there immediately after it touched the ground.
Not comfortable?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fair.
Just a quick thing. Was it okay for Mug to have picked up a shield from the barracks?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Xel'nari agents, I assume you have business down here. Are you departing on vessel or staying for some time?
Yes, business! Hmm.
Yes, are you staying or passing through?
That way!
I assume you gesture towards the mines.
Mhm.
And he kind of looks over his shoulder into, the major part of the town back there, and he's like, business isn't staying for a while. And he...
Have a good day! And I keep walking.
Maybe people should evacuate to the surface.
Roll me a persuasion with that, actually.
Can I assist while doing this?
Yes, I will.
I mean, we're all going to be standing there nodding because none of us know what's going on.
We
Thank
can't even
you
hit.
for the assist. That makes it a 33.
Oh my goodness.
A
You can
natural
see-
20.
You can see there is a look upon his face of, and he quickly runs over to one of the other men working at the docks, says something you don't hear, and then while the rest of the next group of merchants are boarding the lift, he gets on by himself. He is no hero. He has been told by Xel'nari agents to evacuate. He has decided that's probably a good course of action, and so he is going up.
Wow.
Like I said, the absolute scum of the city.
I'm walking towards the mines.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you waste no time in moving through.
I'm sitting on the back of Corin because that keeps me moving at 30 feet rather than 25.
'Cause you got little legs.
I have little legs.
Storm,
Yes.
you immediately, and actually, Sam, you would notice this as well. Your passive perception is high enough. You immediately, like, almost the first group of people you pass through, you notice someone attempting to pick Xantix's pocket. Like, straight away. It's not even, like, subtle or anything. They've bumped into him and tried to lift his pouch at the same time.
Storm will try and catch their hand.
Alright, roll me a opposed grapple check then, please. I'll give you advantage on this because they're not expecting it.
Okay. You know, it'd be great if I could roll over 10.
Oh.
Grapple is athletics. It is a 10 total.
That's alright, I rolled a 3.
Awesome. I also rolled a 3, but luckily I had advantage.
No, I rolled a 1. He has a +2.
Ah.
So I rolled a 3.
I rolled an 8 plus 2.
So yes, you grab the pickpocket's hand, and there is a look of like, huh? Looks up into your face, seeing that you've noticed him, and
Now, mind you, I'm a
immediately-
cat covered in scars and piercings
Yes.
and stuff. She just dead stares him in the eyes.
Not that you can hear him, but he goes, "Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was your mark," and tries to pull away from you.
She doesn't let go for just a little bit longer. Stare at him, and then she lets go.
And he quickly scurries off into the crowd. You look like a thug here too.
Oh yeah, she fits right in here. And
Mug
also,
will
he is her
see-
mark.
If
If you think.
So, let me get this straight. My purse has been picked,
Nope.
and now Storm has my purse.
Nope.
Yeah, he would have grabbed it. So yeah, she would have taken it off him.
Oh well, yes. If
Oh no!
if they like, she would make sure that she had Xantix's purse.
Yeah, you've now got his purse.
Also, for those of you who weren't here last week, Storm has also reverse pocketed something from a crime scene onto Xantix as well that he is not aware of.
I didn't realize that's what they've done, but there we go.
Oh yeah,
We
no one knew that. That was all background.
yeah. We would have seen the Storm interacting with the pickpocket, wouldn't we?
Yes, there was not
Absolutely.
subtle.
Mug will go to the front of the party and give the death stares to the groups that they go past.
Storm is gonna put some ball bearings in the bag before she gives it back to him.
So
Feels
this
a bit
one's not
heavier than
quite as
before.
good. I only get an intimidation of 31.
I'm not even going to bother rolling. There is no point. None of the people down here are high enough to possibly succeed against that.
So she's put like a handful of ball
even going
bearings
on?
in his money pouch
Yeah.
before just like
Oh,
Xantix.
yeah.
Oh, how did that fall out of my belt?
Also, something that might explain the intimidation, Mug is wearing the butcher's bib.
Oh. Yeah,
So
okay.
just the blood-covered apron with sword, full plate armor.
Yes.
Oh, we
Oh
lost.
no, we lost.
Oh, no, no,
nope,
nope.
She's back.
Oh, me?
Yes, you're back.
I'm good.
We didn't hear what you said though.
Okay. Seeing the kerfuffle, I'll go. Right.
Oh, sorry.
And we still didn't hear it.
It's been a while. Undercity, mage armor.
Okay, yes, fair enough. All right, the rest of your pass through the underbelly is given a wide girth as people see Mug, and there is a look of, yeah, not worth it, as people part to let you through. It is like Moses parting the thugs.
And Storm is gonna hold up the rear end of the party, making sure that everyone's in front of her, so that she can keep an eye on everything going on. So there's no more pickpockets and stuff.
What a tribe gift came full circle. I imagine that's what Storm is doing. It's being like,
Yes. All right, and you start making your way into the upper mine level. Now, the upper mine level is more of a network of connections to get down into the lower areas, and this is where they chose to expand a little bit and add the boilers in, which are marked out on the map here that you can see, thanks to the blueprints that you got that gave you the markings for it. You know that there is 2 entrances to the lower levels from here, though you don't know their exact locations. Though I'm pretty sure you could fairly easily work it all out.
yes.
I just noticed, by the way, Alice.
Yes.
Or is it just my stream? Maybe it's just my stream.
What?
Yes, it's just my stream. Never mind. I was like, looked over and I realized that it was still the upper levels, but it was just my stream that froze. Oh, good.
Okay.
Never mind.
I was gonna say no. I've been keeping track. It's all good. I would have informed you otherwise.
Yes.
Are there any guards?
None present currently. So the
Oh.
upper levels typically you can pass through the upper level, but not enter the actual mines proper. This area is not really mined out themselves, as it was deemed too high up and unsafe to do so, and so they dug deeper into the ground in order to keep the stability above.
Okay. Cool.
Where do we
We
go
go-
from here?
I guess we're going in.
Do we have the actual map of the mines?
Yes, Xantix would have kept that.
Okay.
As
Where
you
is the closest part to head down?
You don't have a map of the upper level. You do have of the mines itself that Xantix has.
Okay.
So you're not 100% sure.
But
Yeah.
looking at the plans of the mine itself, was it easy to extrapolate? All right, that looks like an entrance. And
I'll
the
get you to
mine-
make me an insight check.
Yep. Could
I will assist you.
Well, I was going to
Advantage.
ask, could I please have a bonus due to my background of understanding of
Yes.
infrastructure and maps and such? But
Yes, you can as well.
all right. Was this insight? You said.
Insight, please. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to invoke a flash of genius to make that a 16.
Okay. 16 total.
16 total, yes.
Okay. It's not particularly hard to extrapolate that the entrances to the north here and south here would likely lead to one such entrance, and then over here to the left would also lead to the other entrance.
With the map I grabbed, is there any indication of where there is interference or damage to be fixed, aka places that people have been told to avoid, and thus might be places for us to actually look?
No,
On
there's
that map?
there's nothing listed on there, and you imagine that was done deliberately to, make
Yeah.
it obscure and hide things out from everyone.
Yep.
As you make your way a little bit further on and come around the bend, you are met by some guards. They are further in than you expected, but they are there. You see two men who are quite clearly some kind of hired help. They are quite clearly not part of the Royal Guard whatsoever, or even part of the town militia. However, one man is dressed in the full Royal Guard resplendent armor, and he blocks your path, calling out, "Oh there! This area is out of bounds. You cannot enter by demand of the Queen."
Kovac, can you please bring forth
We
The-
can't hear them.
the decree from the Queen? No, but I think we can get a general gist of what is going on.
Yeah. That the guard is probably being all like, no.
Hmm.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
can Storm insight check the three of them, just to get their general vibe?
Yep. The Royal Guard is in a full face helm, so he you cannot see his face, so it's a little bit harder to get a read on him. But the other two's faces are visible, but you can read their body language as well. So I'll get you to roll an insight.
Still haven't rolled over. 9 is my highest roll I've had tonight, by the way. Just saying. 17.
17. Whilst the other two seem a little bit twitchy, it could be excused that, the fact that they're trying to stop a dozen heavily armored and armed people from entering. It
And
may
we know
not
those
just be the fact that they're up to no
agents, don't
good.
we?
Yes, they don't seem to have
Storm does
acknowledged
not,
that fact just yet.
But yes.
Yeah.
Storm's not wearing her Xel'nari sash.
Oh no, but it's the other people who
There's
are
enough of us in
Xavier
Xel'nari
and-
uniform
Yes.
to extrapolate. We are the Xel'nari.
Yeah. As far as they
Yeah.
may be concerned, you might just be some thug that they've hired to direct them through the city.
I
mean,
will produce the scroll and announce, yes, official Xel'nari business. By order of the Queen, we are to enter the mines.
He takes a scroll and looks it over for a moment. And then closes it up. Looks out across you all, and it's pretty easy with the passive insight of this party that for you to be able to tell that he's kind of sizing up his options. Of does he want to press this matter? And he goes,
Storm makes a gust of wind just go past his neck.
and
a cold
he
wind
thinks for a moment,
send a
and
shiver down his spine.
he rolls it back up and hands it back to you. And goes, right, well, if the Queen demands it, then so be it. But be careful down there. It's unstable since since the accident, by all means, and he gestures past him. And you can see the two other men who had their hands on their swords almost at the ready kind of ease off and let go of their weapons.
So Storm will wait for everyone to go past. And then once everyone's gone past, she's gonna tap this guy on the shoulder and go, "We couldn't hear a thing you were saying, but thank you."
I was gonna say actually ask Ash.
Mhm.
Would it be possible to read the lips, like so we can get a general gist of what he
Yeah,
was saying?
you could definitely attempt
to.
it.
Uh,
It'd be perception based.
I would
Perception?
attempt that, but considering Storm's ability to understand common is pretty shit, I didn't think it was appropriate.
Never mind. I rolled a 3 total
Oh.
because that would have been useful to go. Where exactly
Yeah.
was this accident?
Thank you!
Mug.
I'll take back the red as well.
Xavier talks directly to you. Everyone can hear it, but he talks directly to you. He goes, "You can sense it too, can't you?"
I'm not sure what it is, but there's something about here. If this goes badly, will you stay or will you go?
I will see to it that all of you get out, if I can.
I will see that these people get out then.
No, I don't think these ones should. And at that, he draws the hilt of his blade and smacks it into the back of the helmet of the royal guard, who drops to the floor. Two of his other men basically draw their blades and point it at the others. And he looks at them. "So, who are you really? Who's hired you?"
Wait, so he knocked out
Is
the
it-
royal guard and now he's talking to the other two?
To the two thug-like ones.
I just say out
Yeah.
to mostly directed towards kind of a moonbeam time.
Moonbeam time.
And then they just die. Because they don't
They
have
die.
their points. They weren't shape changes, they're now just a corpse.
At that, Xavier raises his hand. "No, unnecessary. They seem to be just hired thugs. But we can't risk them alerting anyone further within."
Hired thugs does not fit the pattern. Oh.
Oh, what?
Okay. You know how we face... Oh, turning to Xavier, there's this whole thing with a demon assassin loose in the town. That's of less importance, but it's relevant now.
Wait,
He
Mug!
looks to you, and in your mind, you just hear, "That seemed pretty relevant to tell me before."
Storm's just like, "Wait, what do you mean not relevant before? It was one of my whole theories is that they were behind this."
Oh, yes, it's obvious that they're behind it, but we need to deal with this creature. If we told you about everything we've been facing, it's a long story.
Mug, short words, not much time.
Moonbeam! No.
We need kill Forget-Me-Not now.
I'm gonna pull the
Storm just says, "Too short,
Mug, medium words now.
too
Are we
short."
calling the false Hydra Forget-Me-Not?
No, I like
love that. I
Yes.
like that. I hate that I like it.
I'm gonna use telekinesis to just pull the helmet off the royal guard.
Oh, Storm was gonna be, well, Storm's right next to him, so she was gonna just sit and take his mask off anyway.
Oh, perfect.
We got to hydrate. Hydar!
I feel like it should be called a forget-me-a-lot, not a forget-me-not.
Forget me a lot.
Forget-Me-a-Lot, yeah.
That's good.
Kalan, hydrate.
The man underneath seems to be human. Looking at his appearance, he could be a thug or he could be royal guard. He has a scarred face, so it definitely seems like he's seen combat at some point. But he looks human. He doesn't look demonic in any way, shape, or form.
I'm going to walk over to the one of the thugs that is conscious and telekinesis into his brain, going, "We don't have time to mess around. You need to tell me who hired you here, or that cat creature there is going to do unthinkable things to your mind."
Roll me an intimidation.
She's pulled out some charcoal and is drawing faces on the guard.
And I will give you advantage.
Because
Thank
she was
you.
planning on doing this anyway, and this just perfectly fits.
Advantage gives me a 24.
Okay. There is a chance. No,
And
there
I
is
will
not a chance.
use my detect thoughts, because I'm also deaf, and so I can't hear what he says.
There is a quick glance over to Storm, and then back to you.
Storm
then
looks
over
way
to,
too happy, by the way, about this situation.
over to Xavier and the rest of the Xel'nari agents. And the guy goes, "Oh, this ain't worth it. Look, I was just hired to stop people from coming down here. That guy knew a bit more, but we're just... I don't want no trouble. Go for it. I ain't gonna stop
Who
you.
hired you?
I don't
How-
know. He just...
How are we hearing them?
You're
I'm
not.
de-
Mug
Mug's
is
having a
detecting
mental
the thoughts.
conversation.
Yeah.
And this guy's not doing anything to try and cover his thoughts or anything, so it's an easy detection.
And you might also be able to read lips of this guy, but
Yeah.
I would assume. Am I actually? No, it's later.
He just looks at you like, "I swear I don't know who it was. The boss just said we'd been paid a large sum to stop everyone from coming in here and say that it was an accident.
Names. Any names of what was happening?
I'm just a thug, mate. I'm
Was
a
anyone
low-level
let
guy."
through?
No.
So no one has been coming and going?
You detect in his mind, he's like, "Well, I can't say too much."
You will tell me right now.
Look, yeah, there's been some comings and goings. Just some guys. I assume they worked for whoever paid him.
Just for effect, Storm is giggling in the background.
Is that because she's drawn Xantix, like tripping over on a banana peel?
No, she's drawing on this guy's face. She's given him like
Oh.
one black eye, a moustache, and
I thought you were drawing on paper.
no, she's drawn on this captain guy's face.
In a very ironic way, Ash, is this guy right-handed? The
Yes, he would be. Yeah.
Kovac has placed a manacle on his right wrist and left ankle.
Okay.
The same manacle, so he's
Yep.
it's like behind his back. So if he wakes up,
Awkwardly
he's not
contorted,
going anywhere.
So the one that was knocked out, you mean?
Yes.
And also for dramatic effect, she's kindled some warmth between her fingers and is grooming him, we'll say.
Burning his
shaping his hair to a interesting design.
There is a faint smell of burnt hair in the air. This thug does not look like he wants to put up any opposition. He starts spilling the beans on it. He's like, "Look, there's seen some guys coming and going, but they covered their faces every time. We never saw anything. I swear that's all I know."
Do I get any sort of picture of the things, or can I push deeper to get an image of?
I'll get you to push deeper.
Yep. So that's a DC 16 saving throw.
He does actually manage to block you. So you're not able to get an image of what they look like.
Mm-hmm. Were they human? From what you could see.
Possibly. You know, they were fully covered. It was hard to tell. I think one of them might have had a tail. Could have been a lizard folk.
Do they have armor?
Maybe. I mean, they were pretty bulked out. They didn't want to be seen, is what I'm saying.
How many other people are guarding these mines?
There's a few of us at each entrance.
To the rest of the group, is there anything else we need to ask this guy? He doesn't know much. There's a few others that came through here covered up.
No, you've been thorough. I'm going to approach him and say, by order of the Xel'nari, you are under arrest for aiding and abetting a criminal conspiracy.
He's not in a position to object.
I'll say to one of the soldiers, have you got any more manacles?
Does the guard that I'm messing around with have manacles on him?
He's been manacled by.
No, but does he
Kovac.
have a set of manacles? Because
No,
he's a
he does not.
guard.
No, he does not.
He's impersonating a guard.
Yes, he's impersonating. No, they do not have manacles. They did not come to arrest people. They came to kill this creature.
Okay.
The best course of action, Xavier thinks, is to knock them out and tie them up with ropes available, of which they do.
Okay. Perfect.
If they do, I'm gonna put because there's like other lowlifes around here, isn't there?
Well, none
Oh.
coming into the mine area. It seems pretty well known by this point. You know, the mine's been closed for a few months now. It seems pretty well known that they're not allowed here.
Okay, I'm just gonna use the Illuminator's tattoo finger painting thing
Oh yeah.
to put a mark on them. Under arrest by Xel'nari. Do not injure. Do not free or allow to escape.
There we are.
I like that.
Alright.
I think we should move quickly.
Yes, let's.
Alright.
Storm's gonna pat down the guard and see what's on him.
Not a whole lot, actually. He has got a coin pouch, which contains...
If it contains only money, she's not interested.
It contains money.
If it's anything other
Plus
than money,
one firecracker.
if there's anything other
Actually,
than money,
You know what? Let me roll. Let me see.
like no matter what it is, if it's not coin,
Yeah.
she'll be
He
curious.
does have a small ruby.
She'll take that. That's curious. She like grabs it, opens the pouch, pretty
Oh,
bored. Goes, ooh, a ruby. That she just like boink.
It's worth about 20 gold pieces.
Cool.
For not. For
But then the
notation's
coin
sake.
pouch she just kind of like tosses to the side. Does not
I'll pick
understand
that
the
up.
value of money at all, even still.
Kevin picks it up.
No littering, no littering. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
It
That's a
has
lot of paper.
It has 5 copper coins, 12 silver coins, and 3 gold coins.
Okay. 5 copper, 12 silver, 3 gold.
Yes.
How much is it worth?
Okay.
20 gold?
20 gold pieces for the ruby, yes.
I will not be adding that to my inventory. When he is arrested, it will be put away into his effects.
Okay.
That's
The
good.
cop prevailing over the need for ink and fine paper.
Yes, it happens sometimes.
Does he have anything else on him? Papers or insignias? Anything?
No.
She's literally going
He-
to turn
he
out
is-
all his pockets.
He is strangely devoid of anything else that you would expect him to have. You'd expect him to have some kind of a note or a writ of passage from the Queen stating that, you know, he was under
No.
official orders to block this out.
At this
block this
point,
area.
she's not actually looking for anything official. She's looking for everything that indicates non-official stuff.
No, he has got nothing on him, like nothing to identify who he is. At all.
She'll like try and check his wrists and whatnot and see.
Nothing.
Carry on then.
You
He's
come
had
around
a
the
mighty
corner.
haircut.
You come around the corner to immediately find that they had established a kind of a fake cave-in of sorts that has been like reinforced and basically turned into a blockade. It doesn't take much effort to push it aside and break it down, leading you further into the cave network. Of which
Oh, he's doing the thing.
you come
Let me
across
think.
an entrance. There is a supply of arcanium here that has been brought up and is sitting in crates and prepared to be brought to the surface. And it looks like basically tools were dropped and everything was left as it was whenever whatever happened, if anything did actually happen. Move you guys all a bit further in. It's a little bit hard to get you all in there, but it's just a general gist of you being in there.
Well, I couldn't go through people's spaces.
Yeah. Ash, just to refresh my memory, does Arcanium have any immediate practical applications, like right now?
It works as a kind of a magic battery. Depending on the size of it and the quality of it, it could be unstable and possibly explosive.
Does it
Okay.
need to be refined?
It
Or
normally
is
is
raw-
refined for use. This is in its raw format, so yes, it is more unstable and potentially if overcharged with or over stimulated with magical energy, it could explode.
I'm gonna take some.
Okay.
Kovac, I
Yes.
think we have the time for that.
Any weapons when we go to battle? Let's move.
In lieu of explosives, I can catapult these at the Hydra.
I thought we were discussing the fact
Hey,
that
I got
in
told
this
I
place
wasn't
would be a
allowed
bad place.
explosives.
Yes.
I will catapult small pieces
No,
at
no,
the
no.
Hydra.
Kovac, you catapult the Arcanium or whatever it's called at the Hydra, and then I'll use that to ground a your mama joke so powerful it'll die with vicious mockery.
Wow. Isn't that how bars find out that they've got powers? They still on your mama joke and they just die.
Hey,
Yeah, so I'll take a few handfuls, put them in a pouch, and put that pouch in the bag of holding.
Okay. Alright, just give me unos momentos.
Xavier did not like that. Appears in the.
Xavier would be all for bringing extra weapons to defeat your enemies.
Yeah.
He is no fool. Alright. Let me just get you all set up here because you have come down this way, so I need to get you on the map here.
Yeah, we're doing things.
You are doing things.
We're gonna die.
We are gonna die.
I hope
But
so.
who's
I mean,
first? I
okay.
hope everyone voted.
We
What
had
was the
6
outcome
people.
of that one?
We had 6 people vote.
I mean, we
it was
could
a
run another
three-way
poll.
split. It's a three-way
It's a
split
three-way
between
tie.
Yes, we do have a few more people in
Storm,
here, so we
Kovac.
can. If you want to run a vote while I get this all set up for you. Just gonna move
I'm gonna do a new.
While you're quickly doing setup, I can still hear and talk. I'm just gonna quickly grab a bite.
Xantic.
Still gotta get used to this.
Xantix
new letter.
is spelt with a Z at the start of the name, by the way.
Oh, it's a Z on X.
It's a Z at
X
the
at the
start
end.
and an X at the end.
Oh, okay. Go back Storm. There we go. There we go. I've just done those. Come on, everyone, vote for one of those three. Or not, your choice. I'm not the boss of you.
Yeah.
Oh, who voted for me?
I'm
I
voting for
don't think I can
Kovac.
actually see who votes for you.
Why are there only 3 options?
Because they're the
Because that
ones
was
that
the-
died.
There was the
Just
ones that
tied.
tied last time. No one voted. But
Oh,
and no
yeah.
one voted for
All
This
right,
is
Sam.
the
of the 3,
tiebreaker poll.
who do we believe will be the first party fatality? It's tied again.
Three-way tie!
Do you want some?
No!
I can't vote for Kovac, but there is a +1 to Kovac.
Ooh, that's
I did, but
Antics.
I'm sorry. I voted for you for the second one. I wasn't the first.
Oh, okay.
But Xantix has
Do
got 2.
not-
Storm's only got 1.
That was me. Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Okay.
Revonge.
We are not defaulting to type here. Just because I'm the wizard doesn't mean that I'm that squishy, okay?
Oh no! I'm just going
Has
because
nothing
of
to
how
do
you
with
want to make sure
squishiness
we all
and
get out
absolutely-
safe.
Absolutely to do
Yeah.
with bad decision making.
Yeah.
I would say it's more you want to make sure we're all safe, and you would do
Alice?
something like Wall of
Yes.
Force to keep it
Do you
in
want to
you.
just quickly jump back over to the computer for a moment?
Because map
Because
things.
this part's kind of important.
Okay.
Zoe, much
Also,
the way
you
that
know,
you
earlier,
have.
you know earlier when Storm was checking what magic items everyone has. That's good to know. So if they die, we know what to loot. Just putting it out there.
Oh yes, in that case then.
She wasn't checking out their magic items. She paid literally no attention to what they had on them.
I know. I just thought it was funny. Hello,
Okay,
darling.
okay.
Hello, Toasty. Let me get that off your whisper. There you go, baby. I'm talking to my cat, for anyone who doesn't know.
I have been
So you're
summoned.
not talking
Equal
to
again!
your
It's
breakfast.
equal again!
Did someone count in my vote for Kovac?
No.
If it's your vote included, then COVID will.
Yes.
I have added my magic items. to
Ah.
this. My permanent magic items. So the other ones
Yeah,
will
permanent
all
magic
dissipate.
items.
The other
I
ones
mean,
dissipate after I die.
I'm just putting it out there for transparency and clarity. I do hope that none of us.
Oh yeah, for
perish. Like,
sure.
Oh god,
If
it's a
anything.
tie again. It's a
No,
three-way
I
fucking
do-
no,
tie
no.
again.
Technically, it's Kovac. I just couldn't because I was AFK. Vote for Kovac.
I do hope that the majority of us don't die.
Thanks.
Oh, I still have a random candle in my inventory.
You not take candle.
those are
So,
my
as
magic
you-
items.
I still have a random silver platter. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yes, you do. As you gather at the top of the mine shaft, going kind of spiraling a little bit down, you can hear the sounds of something, like heavy
sorry.
breathing.
Can we with the?
No, actually, yeah, you won't.
Oh.
You won't. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, you didn't hear anything. Yeah,
Sorry.
You
I
feel
don't-
vibrations or
Yeah.
something.
There's a sense of unease. Actually, Mug, you are overwhelmed by a sense of evil coming from below. It is almost enough to make you throw up at first when you first feel it. It is like a wave of nausea coming upon you. Whatever is below is an abomination and should not exist. And it feels like just pure corruption upon the land. As you make your way forward, you start moving down and down into the lower depths, into the main chasm. From your maps of the mines, there is a large expanse below where both entrances technically do lead down to the same area, and then this large chasm is then opening up into basically a void below where they've been mining further and further down. Not wanting to mine out with risk of potentially mining into the ocean and then flooding the mine, so they've been very careful of staying within the city confines. But you're basically into the second layer, which opens up into a much deeper layer below later on. As you come down, you see what can only be described as a thing of horror, a thing of nightmares, and I will get everyone to please make me a charisma saving throw. against
Woohoo.
fear.
I'm good at those.
It's a
Yes.
fear.
Oh,
Have
same,
we,
I think,
have we
actually, for
changed
being a
Actually-
half.
maps, by the way?
Sorry, I am just confirming this is not a magical effect.
This is not a magical effect. This creature is so utterly terrifying to you that
So how many of us are rolling?
everyone,
Good.
unless you're immune to the effects of fear,
I have
don't believe
advantage on saving throws.
any of you are.
Oh, I'm good. I had advantage. So what is this? Is it a con? save?
Charisma. Charisma.
Charisma.
Ah, shit.
Yep. The one most of us aren't good at.
Mug gets 24.
Well, if I was to take the second roll, it would be -2. But it's not, so it's 11.
12.
15.
Okay.
14? No, 15, sorry. But if I get frightened, I can take a moment, so one action, to stillness of mind, which will end fear on me.
Nice.
So,
Oh,
for those of you who failed, you're not fleeing the combat, but it gives you a moment of pause. You will have disadvantage on your initiative roll.
Sorry,
From
Ash, who did fail?
So that is anyone who rolled below an 18.
Okay.
So
I was
everyone
getting
but
to
Mug.
that, sorry. Yes.
Everyone but
yeah.
Mug.
Yes, we'll have disadvantage on your initiative rolls. So, I'll bring you down.
Bit of an odd question, but
Mhm.
can Mug have had a sneaky beer as he was coming down here? One of his
Yes.
special brew that he
Yes,
picked
you
up
could.
ages ago?
Yes, you could.
Excellent.
It definitely makes sense that you would have indulged.
Oh, do I want to offer one to Xavier? Yeah. As we're sort of coming along, I'll pour him a serving and go, it's got a bit of a special to it. It keeps you strong. You're going to need every bit of strength you can get.
He looks you over for a moment and goes, well met, and takes it down. He's not one to shy away from a drink. Alright, so I'll bring you over to the layer. So let me know when you've all got that up. The cave itself is dimly lit. There is enough light, though, that you can make out things. You can see across the chasm is a small encampment where you can see figures moving about, but you are overwhelmed by the vision before you of the creature, the massive mound of this white fleshiness that has hands reaching out of it and tentacles reaching out of it in all directions and heads just sprouting out in all ways. It is colossal, bigger than you could have ever expected it to be. It is kind of sitting in the chasm that it makes up most of the mine shaft and taking up that space and holding itself above in there. You can see several possibly recent holes in the ceiling where light is filtering through, where it has managed to burrow its heads up in its weird snake-like fashion up into the sky. But let me just bring this over to the token layer.
No! No!
I don't like
Control Z! Control Z!
So that is the false Hydra.
I hate it. I hate it so
I hate
much.
it. Ah, no, there's more!
So these are some of its heads that you are able to see. They are currently burrowed up into the ceiling.
Oh, it's so gross.
Yes, yes. it
Ash,
is.
is there
Oh.
potentially more appropriate music than horse and cart sounds for this?
No!
I will give you
Yeah.
more appropriate
Keep it
music.
jovial!
I will give you more appropriate music next week when we actually fight this.
Oh.
Because it is 10:30, and this is going to be
God
an
damn
interesting,
it!
epic fight,
It's
and
fine.
I do not want
we-
to start it at the end. So
That's fine. We can take a long rest, change our spells out. We've got plenty of time.
yes, so you have a week to think about how you're going to fight the false Hydra.
Finish badly. Because do we want to note down who failed their save? By the way.
Everyone
yes.
but
Everyone.
Mug.
How about
Yeah.
we roll initiative now and have that set for next week?
Yes, we can do that.
Can someone note that Storm's gonna use stillness of mind so she's not frightened?
Let's bring up the initiative tracker. Let me just delete what's on there currently.
So
Oh,
Uh,
thanks, dice. So tonight I rolled one roll above 10, which was that charisma saving throw that failed anyway. Everything else has been below 10, 9 or less, in fact. I love just chance.
Just hopefully
That
karma
one.
will balance out when you're rolling to hit and you roll
Yeah.
crits.
I love that I roll a nat 20 for initiative
For initiative.
at disadvantage.
Oh no.
So, I'm gonna add Kovac to the initiative. This is not the roll though. I have rolled with disadvantage. It's a 12.
Yeah. I'm
Oh
gonna-
wait, we're
I'm gonna
rolling
do
with
the same.
disadvantage?
Yes,
Yep.
because you had fear.
It's okay, I
Okay.
couldn't roll worse.
Much worse.
So we're rolling with
I'm-
disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm also
please.
likewise. I'm just rolling on the thing so I can actually enter my true score.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can just
So-
right-click yourself and click Add Turn as well.
Wow, can I just take
We
that
can't
20?
actually.
No, we
Oh,
can't.
you should be able to.
We
No.
don't have that
That's
option.
annoying.
Yeah.
That's even
But
worse than what I actually rolled.
There's
But that's
veins of there's visible veins of raw arcanium in this mine.
Yes, there are.
Why didn't it add me to the? Oh, it has. It doesn't put my
No
name.
fireball for you.
Wait, why have I got 10? My initiative's
Well
only
aimed
+3 and I
fireball
rolled
for
a
me.
2. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. Can we remove me from the tracker? Cause
No,
it's
you can
not
just
very
edit
common.
the
Just
number.
You can edit the number. What did you roll?
Can I? How? How do I edit the number?
So you just click your number.
So some
I
people don't
am
have
clicking
names,
it.
by the way, in
You're
the
not
tracker.
showing up on the
I'm
tracker.
putting them on. Yeah, you're not
I
on
am
the
on the
tracker yet.
tracker. I'm on 10.
Oh, they are, sorry.
Not
No,
for me, you weren't.
Yeah, you should. It's
Oh, is that
me
not
Now
and
you
her.
are.
me? Oh, I'm at the bottom. That's why. For some reason,
Yeah.
2 plus 5.
I haven't reset
There
the
we
order,
go.
that's why.
I was looking at number. I was looking at the one under Kovac with me. It's not me.
Oh, that's Xantix, yeah. All little people look the same. You know how it is.
Hey, shut up. I am the littlest.
Xantix does not have a name.
Give me a moment.
Okay,
Fixing
okay,
it all up.
in the meantime, we're calling it here tonight, so
Yes,
let's
we
see,
are.
who are we going to raid?
It's a good question. Who have we got around?
Having said that,
Who
I'd
was
like to
on
give
there?
a little shout out to the group that did raid and stick around for a bit. We had some nice numbers jump
Thank
in.
you for joining us.
Yeah,
We
thank
So
hope
you.
you
You guys
enjoyed.
are awesome and lovely, and we got some new from Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes.
bunch.
Kayoko Rose. I'm gonna botch these. The Ms. BB one and Oldie Stormy and 019. Oh, there's more. It's Sassy Mate. Thank you. You're the OG. I don't know what that means.
All right, let's see.
Alright. So yes, thank you all for joining us. I hope you had fun. We will be back next week where we will continue, and this epic fight will take place.
Oh, I'm scared.
I've been waiting for this for so long, you have no idea. I'm so excited.
I'm
Mug.
not.
Natural 30s.
I think we're all familiar with this song and what this means.
I don't like it.
Oh, yep. No, I remember this music.
Yes. Things are about to go bad, and I'm looking forward to it.
One person.
So thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week. For now, we will find someone to raid. I hope you had fun. I know I'm definitely having fun looking at their faces.
What about natural 30s? Natural 30s look nice.
I don't like it.
Yeah, we can. I don't mind. Remember, I can't view any of these streams prior to us raiding because I'm hosting. You all have to.
Oh yeah. I'm having a look at.
Yeah.
I think they're Aussies. I might be wrong with
Um,
that.
CT Dex also found us last week.
Yeah. If they
Nice.
found us, do we raid them or did they raid us? I think we raided them.
Yeah, we did.
No.
We rated them.
We
Yeah,
did?
we rated them. Last
Yeah.
Time. Yep.
Yeah.
But
Natural
it is a
30 is
birthday. They do have a birthday.
Oh, is
thing
it?
there.
Oh.
I had
Yeah.
BD exploring. They're exploring wild mounts. We could.
We could
I
rate
don't
them
mind.
again.
I don't mind. You guys take a pick.
There's also Miss M, who has been going for 31 minutes. They're Aussie
Oh.
group as well.
I do
Ms.
have-
M. Oh, Captain Robert as well. I think we've done that before, but is that a restream?
Just pick someone. I don't care. In the meantime,
That's
thank
a
you guys
rerun.
for hanging out. We love you guys very much, especially those who stuck around after the raid and those who came and popped in as returning fellows. Everyone new, welcome in, welcome in. We do try to stream every week, but sometimes, obviously, as D&D campaigns go, life gets in the way sometimes.
And I'm in England, so it's me usually who's the issue.
Yeah, don't worry, we love you anyway. But yes, so scheduling sometimes causes problems, but for the most part, we stream every Sunday, or our Sunday. Thank you for the hydrate. And, yeah, we like to have a good lot of fun here, and of course, as you can tell, chaos. So thank you, and we'll catch you all next week. I'll pop us to the end screen, and then we'll go raid out. Love you all, and we'll catch you soon.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.